shit. There we go. Okay, there we go. I had problems with my mic. He XD, I guess. The drama never ends. Yeah. I was hoping there wasn't drama today so I can talk a lot about just like the after stuff of the VTuber awards. So VTuber awards, sorry, not the other one. But it seems like we're not going to be having that anytime soon because we have quite some things to talk about. Like a few things, and then we're supposed to do a super chat reading stream because I missed some super chats from the other stream, right? Because of like the fast pace of the other stream and the fact that, you know, we couldn't see the chat most of the time because Parrot and Rima was looking at my the things that I'm streaming over on Discord, and I myself was also making sure that everything worked properly. Obviously, not everything worked properly, so I wasn't able to do. I wasn't able to do any of that. So yeah, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming into the stream. The Rev says this too. I guess we'll talk about the Rev drama, yeah, because there's quite some developments that happened. But first, I want to talk about a few things. Okay, I want to talk about a few things. Okay, look. Remember when I said on the VTuber Awards that the only category that had an even ratio, or at least the most even ratio, was the Wife of the Year? Look, I'm gonna show you the data right now. So just so you can believe me. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Look at this, okay? Every single one of these people, 25.6% Nimi, 25.6 Crony, 25.6 Matara. Shondo is the only smaller one. And you have to remember, it's so, like, that's crazy, right? Like, that's crazy. 15,000 fucking people, by the way. Jesus. Actually, Jesus. Yeah. Obviously, Shondo's the one that has, like, the least amount. But even then, in terms of percentages, it's not even that much, right? The only reason is because not a lot of people were voting for Shondo because other people, they preferred other people. And it's like, how do I want to say this? Yeah, three-way domain expansion. Yeah, that's what I said yesterday. It's literally a three-man domain expansion right there. It is so fucking cool. So it's cool that I think it's cool that Nimi, Matara, and Crony were fighting for literally the Wife of the Year. And at the end of the day, of course, Matara won, right? But chat, either one of these people could have won. Okay? I think I told you guys when you actually voted for the award show thing. 50%, the winner is decided by 50%, the audience. Like half of the percentage is the audience. And then half of it is 5 panels that I myself handpicked, right? So that's why even my own options, never say that I am favoritism or I'm not impartial, because I was. There were other people in this fucking show that I disagreed with. The results I massively disagreed with. Like one of the few results that I disagreed with, like a lot, was Parent of the Year. I feel like Riku should have won Parent of the Year because her work on Shylily was just that epic, in my opinion, right? And among many other things too, right? And aside from that, Riku is actually an artist and a rigger. I felt like that bitch deserved some recognition and she deserved to have that award. But, you know, we all know, right? Like, award shows are a popularity contest. So, yeah, nonetheless won. Yeah. My outvote nothing to me. Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's interesting. Every other award, every other category had, like, it was either a stomp or it was, like, not as even as this one. This was just insane. Hi, Valar. Yeah, welcome, guys, to the stream. Aside from that, hold on. Aside from that, Pipa reacted to this, right? Congrats about Pipa Pipkin on winning VTuber award, and she says someone should kill themselves on stream and take the title. I wouldn't personally go that far, but Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. So, very interesting. Very interesting. I feel like it would also be funny if someone were going... Okay. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I can't say that. Yeah. Sorry, that was a joke, by the way. I felt, yeah, okay, it's not going to be funny, but it is going to be interesting if somebody killed themselves and, like, crashing out and then take the title. I feel like that would be funny. Yeah. Okay, not funny, interesting. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think, at least. And then, aside from that, EB also responded to this, right? In early 2024, I saw this upcoming account /VTuber at VTuber fan making the rounds. I've known him since 500 followers. Back then, I didn't have an @ yet, so I changed mine to reflect what I'm passionate about most. Yeah, so, you know, we have Chads over here congratulating the other. And yeah, just in general, being super wholesome about it. Yeah. I felt like that was cool. And, you know, Feet Guy's also here. Feet Guy says this. GG's Foomfi. I don't think anyone won or lost. We're both foot bros after all. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, there's that. It's pretty cool. I'm glad that they're duking it and hugging it out like this. Yeah. Which one? Oh, hold on, let me see that. What's the most sweep category by data? Let me see. I can open the files right now. I actually have it on a thing on my that Daughter of the Year. Okay, yeah, I already see it. Daughter of the Year was the one that had like the most sweep category. Let me pull out the data real quick. Just so I can show you guys. I'm not gonna show every data, obviously, but you know, for obvious reasons. I felt like it would be fun to show some. Yeah, so Daughter of the Year, chat. Boom. 79% Neuro-sama. 79 goddamn percent Neuro-sama. Okay, even if half the panelists voted for anyone else, Neuro would have still won. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised by the Neuro sweep. I mean, look at the chart right now. I feel like I mean, me too. I voted for Neuro, but at the same time, right? Like objectively, I think like after Neuro made that whole Vidal, could you like, oh Vidal, I want to be real. I want you to tell me I matter to you. Shit like that. Like I felt like that awakened so much parental instinct in a lot of people. There was no way Wemi or Bibu would have won. Could have won even. Yeah. Yeah. The Swarm are scary. The Swarm is indeed scary. It's actually insane. Like, there's just no shot. Jesus. She's the only daughter, so it's perfect. Hard to say. Bibu herself and Wemi, if you are a Face Connect or Hololive, fine, are kind of daughter bait, right? Like, Remelia is a fucking, like, that stupid autistic daughter that you want to shield from the world because the world is too dangerous for her to live in. Bibu herself is reminiscent of like a 9-year-old just playing games, like shit like that. It was pretty. We couldn't do anything about that there. Yeah, she wished to be a real clip. There was no contest. Yeah, there was absolutely no contest. Like the moment that came up, it was over. Unironically. Oh, I guess I can show you the VTuber of the Year too, I guess. Because VTuber of the Year also was sort of a sweep. Let me delete that real quick. Remove. This VTuber of the Year, by the way, chat. Okay. Yeah. 66%. Ooh, hi Reiko. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this VTuber of the Year. It's, you know, Swarm. When people said it was a Swarm sweep, it was indeed a Swarm sweep. There was no fucking contest, okay? Absolutely no contest. If half, even if like three, okay, yeah. Even if 3 of the panelists voted for somebody else aside from Neuro, I think Neuro would have still won. I mean, I'm not sure if my math is correct, but yeah, Neuro would have still won. Yeah. It was just a Swarm sweep all around. So yeah, a fascinating thing going on there. Yeah, so I know that there was like a few scuff, a lot of scuff. What do you mean a few? there was a lot of stuff that happened during the award, and a lot of them were actually like unintentional. I saw a lot of people like well, not necessarily complaining, but like a lot of people were putting to attention the double audio during the clips. I didn't think that was going to be a problem when I was audio testing. I didn't think it was that much of a problem, so I ignored it. I didn't think it was that much of a big deal. But if it would annoy people, then hey, if we're doing this next year, I'll make sure that wouldn't happen again. Did you fire your editor? Sure. Yeah, no, 100% there was an editor, and he's currently fired right now. Yeah, yeah, there was an editor, absolutely. Okay, seriously though, no, everything was me. Uh, well, not everything, obviously. Most of it was me. The organizing of like the how do I want to say it? Organizing of the assets, finding the clips. Well, no, 30% of the clips. I asked one of my friends to find some clips for me because for a lot of the categories, I was the one that made the clips and the compilation myself. That's why there was a lot of scuff, and I already knew what clip was perfect to put in certain categories in the first place. That's why it wasn't really that hard for me because I'm gonna beat the allegations right here. I actually still watch VTubers, especially that Bonnie stream. Yeah, that parrot is apparently traumatized about. Yeah. Did you like doing the show? I like doing the show, but if I have to be honest, preparing it was kind of an ass. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I like the part where I was promoting the show in public. I was posting about it. The streaming of the show itself, bantering with Rima and Parrot, talking to you guys, showing off the people. But like the preparation stage in of itself, trying to create a website, I gave up on that because it was too much of a hassle and I needed to pay for a lot of stuff I didn't want to pay for. That was a hassle. Finding the clips was also sort of a hassle, especially when you have a job and you still have to stream and you still have to make videos. That was so much of a fucking hassle. And especially because there was a lot of people I didn't know about. Like for example, Veliful and Tado and like a few people. A few people that I didn't know, and even some of the VTubers who I know but don't really watch that often. It was a pain in the ass trying to find a clip, right? That's why you might have noticed that some clips of certain categories were better than other clips, but that was because that was the best that I could find with the limited time that I got. If I had more time, I felt like I could probably find the perfect clips for that. I could have scripted the show better and organized a lot of things better, but some parts of it were that much of a hassle. It's a big event stream that you were almost soloing. Yeah, it's not even that big, TBH. It's not. It was really only supposed to be just be a shitpost show, right? But then, like somewhere in the middle of the way, I decided to take it seriously for some reason. I don't know why. It just happened. Yeah, you actually put more effort than I was expecting. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Yinka. Yeah, thanks for yeah. Yeah, it was so much pain in the ass. But oh, I should probably shout out like Rue Shady too. Yeah, because Rue Shady tried to oh Douglas Diaz, thank you so much. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, for the gifteds rather. Yeah. Rue Shady actually tried to make a website with me. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I should lore drop a little. Originally, the voting phase itself was not supposed to just be via a Google Drive thing. It was actually supposed to be via a website. And, I think I told you guys this. Yeah, there was a lot of things I needed to pay for, and that I did not want to pay for. It was going to take Yinka like at least a week. And at that time, I didn't have a week. I couldn't have that week. So it's like, And it was I wanted an excuse to collab with Parrot and Rima again too. So that's neat. If Philian does an award show this 2026, I don't know if I will make a VTuber award, right? Like I don't know, not because I want to not compete with her or anything, but mostly because I feel like I would rather. Okay, I'll probably, if Fillion does announce VTuber Awards 2026, I'll probably email her and say, hey, I want to contribute. I feel like I'd be a good asset for your award show. I don't even have to be on screen, but I'd like to work behind the scenes and shit, right? I would like to make that good, so that way, like, you know, I just want to help. That's all. Yeah. Fillion would have to come back first. Wait, is Fillion gone? I feel like Fillion's. Oh, you mean like her award show thing? Yeah. Yeah, she would have to come back. Where's Fillion anyway? Wait, really? I felt like I just saw Fillion too. Oh, it was 2 months ago? I thought I just saw Fillion 2 weeks ago. What happened? Two months ago. She's on vacation? Damn, this thing really did take your time. It did. It did. She got deported to the Philippines. Oh, true. Fuck. True. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's all the excuse I needed. Sorry, Fillion. Sorry. You're gonna have to live here for a while at least. Her fans haven't finished the ARG. She wants her fans to finish her ARG, and then she comes back. Oh my god, that's crazy. Unironically. Yeah, I saw a Fillion clip 2 weeks ago, so I thought she was still around. God damn. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, okay, so let's see. What we're gonna do here, chat, in this stream. We're going to talk about the response, the Tectone response. We're going to talk about the situation with Powder, and then we're going we're going to talk about the situation with Powder, and then we're going to talk about Ina apparently having some grievances with Hololive, and then we're going to talk about then we're going to react to Shoe on Head. Yeah. And by the way, chat. I'm going to show this off right now. So remember when I reacted to the Diddy versus Epstein thing? And oh Jesus, I should probably, how do I lower the volume of the fucking, oh there we go. Remember when I reacted to the Diddy versus Epstein thing? Right? I'm going to show you guys. Have you seen the goddamn pedophile? Strong. The actual creator commented in here, chat. Look, fine, I'll make the next part. That's right, you fucking bum. Create the next part so I can react to it. Actually insane situation. Absolutely insane situation. I feel like Epstein is probably like the most talked about person in the world right now. Unironically. Jesus, I didn't know my video got this many views, by the way. I couldn't know, and not that it mattered too, because this video is demonetized because of the Lady Gaga song, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll take these views, and I'll take the creator of the shitpost commenting on it to, you know, yeah, I like the attention. All rats are real. Oh god, do I want to talk about the Epstein thing? I felt like there was a lot of bullshit that came out from the Epstein thing. Apparently, Epstein plays World of Warcraft, is a Yuri fan, was heavily involved in like the 4chan operations and was responsible for the creation of Paul. There was a lot. There's like apparently Epstein is involved in a lot of little things. At this point, like fucking, he's probably the one that killed that created all the events leading up to Harambe getting murdered. Yeah. Holy shit. And apparently, Epstein's bank username was fucking Baal. You know, the demon god creature. All these insane things. Holy shit. He is unironically everywhere. And it is like, it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like all the things that came out of Epstein is funny. Romance Yuri or Yuricorn? Most likely Yuricorn. Yeah. Yeah. Probably. Because, you know, knowing Epstein, obviously. Knowing Epstein. True zombie hunter. That is exactly what happened. Exactly what happened, even. Oh, and apparently Epstein was partly responsible for the microtransaction in games. So we have another reason to hate on Epstein now. And apparently, what's his name? Apparently, right? Elon Musk wanted to get in on the island, but Elon Musk was such a fucking such a loser that even Epstein and his gang refused to let him in and told him to go fuck himself, calling him a retard and all that shit. That was crazy. I feel like I would need a TLDR from that. I don't care if it's from an AI video. I need somebody to TLDR what happened, the only interesting things that came out from the Epstein list, right? Like, I don't want your political fucking bullshit. I want, like, the pop culture bullshit that Epstein is half responsible for. Bill Gates banning him from Xbox Live. True. Epstein is Vesper? Oh my god, I would make that joke, but I don't want Vesper to sue me, and I don't want HoloLive to sue me. But imagine, Epstein impregnated Gargura or some bullshit. Oh my god. Elon's Giga Autism literally let him dodge the case. Yeah, so, you know, Elon has a case of either being a loser or being a pedophile. And you know, with all the things that are coming out, I feel like him being a loser was definitely the L that, well, LW at this point, the W that he should have taken. Now on Twitter, he's trying to pretend as if that's not true, that he's not a loser, and he's trying to like make him trying to say that this actually makes you look good. Well, yes, but it still kind of makes you look bad. You know, dude, you're a fucking loser because you wanted to get in on the wildest fucking party, right? But that's a W. That's a W right there. Dude, the universe handed you a free W. It was literally like, what's the term there? Like a blessing in disguise. Yeah, take it. Don't look at the gift horse in the mouse. Fucking take it, Elon. Holy shit. Like, I actually kind of respect him now at this point. But like, God, if he only owned it, I would have respected him more. Yeah, I would just own up to it. Exactly, I would. And I would even make jokes about it. I mean, yeah, I tried to get in on the island. You know, I kind of wanted to be in the parties. But at the same time, you know, yeah, maybe my turbo autism didn't allow me in. But hey, I dodged the bullet there. Fucking own it, man. Own it. Jesus. So, insane bullshit here. Insane bullshit. I think Asmon has a video going over it. I don't think I want to watch Asmon's rendition. Let me see. Because I feel like Asmon Gold's rendition of it is probably going to be like, how do I want to say it? It's probably going to be full of stuff that I don't care about. Right? Like, he's probably, like, yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, it's probably going to be full of things I don't care about. Oh, well, actually, you know what? I can't judge. Okay, I can't judge. Maybe he has something in there that I'm interested about, but I just want like a TLDR. Yeah, I just want the memes. I want like a 30-minute video going over everything. Elon would leak it? Probably. So anyway, aside from that, yeah, I would like to talk about the Elon files. Sorry, not the Elon files, the Epstein files. But until there's like a TLDR of that, I don't think I'm watching it. What we're going to watch instead is this one. Ina addresses her unfortunate EP situation.
Not much, other than the fact that
Hi, Ina.
the whole EP shenanigans that happened.
Oh, by the way, I got so caught up that I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what happened with her EP. You guys are gonna have to let me know.
Well, I won't mention too much because what should I say? I have a lot to say, but let's just say that things did not turn out the way they were supposed to. And the new release date is
Okay.
February 2nd. Midnight KSD. And I made sure I quadruple
That's
and
today.
told them to give me the receipts for everything that happens in the process.
It got delayed. Oh, the EP got delayed. Okay, gotcha.
Honestly, I really shouldn't have to go that far. But you know what? It's gonna be the process from now on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, big thank you to
That sounds bad, but I feel like that's in any agency you can expect.
Chaemane for for tanking the blunt of my
Rap?
comments.
Oh.
I'm sure she has filtered them well to relay it to management. I always feel bad because like whenever something goes
crashed out.
wrong and I have some strong words to say, I'm just like, Mai-chan, this is not meant for you, okay? This is meant for the other person on the relay of communication.
Okay, what happened, Ina?
It's okay, you know. My view on things when these sort of things happen is like, of course, when I just get the news that something went wrong, just like, and then for like 5 minutes, I ponder about possibilities and what I should tell the other party. And then at the same time, like, I think like a couple years ago, I would have been like, you know, grieving about not having things on track and stuff. But
Okay.
I've grown to, I guess, realize that if something went wrong, and if that was my part of the assignment, then I think I have the right to be mad at myself. Then
Yeah.
something else down the line that is not part of my assignment is gone wrong, and I know that I've done everything that I can do on my end.
Yeah.
Then there's no need to waste energy being angry, because I think when you are angry, you kind of put on these, what should I say, you know, the things that the horses wear so that their gazes don't, you know, look sideways. They only have that one track mind. Because
Yeah,
I
okay.
think when you're driven by emotions, then you kind of just forget what's actually blinders.
Tunnel division, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like strong emotions are like that, because when you got strong emotions, then you get those like kind of tunnel vision almost, and you
That's what I
always
said.
just only focus on everything that went wrong.
So far, what's going on is that so far, the EP got delayed. Ina did everything on her end as fast as she could, as properly as she could, but it seems like Hololive did not react on time. Or not even react on time. Did not do things as properly or in time.
But you know, over time, you know, of course, I still had that moment where it's just like
I feel like there's a very consistent problem that Hololive has. I felt like a lot of we've seen a lot of Hololive JP members complain about a lot of things not being done on time too. In EN, that was also the case with a lot of like a few members having their projects not being done a lot on time, to the point where, like, you know, not even that too. The process of obtaining permission and making sure that all lights are green is it seems like it's a very difficult process to be done in Hololive, right? A very classic example that I will always name whenever shit like this happens is Gargura's animation. Her shark animation, the one where she was half naked like 90% of the time, apparently that was done 1 year prior to its actual release date. And that's insane to me. How does one 4-minute video animation get delayed by 1 year? I don't know if that was exactly what happened, the way I said it, but That's how I understood what Gura said. Hololive has more employees than ever. How is still happening to this extent? Yeah, I would like to think, right? I would like to think that not every single employee is the one responsible for what the talents are doing. But when it comes to relaying information, when it comes to organizing video projects with a few people, you really only need like what, 2 or 3 people, right? This is why like a lot of celebrities and a lot of content creators has one manager, and that one manager does a lot of the behind the work scenes for them. But in Hololive, I feel like you'd have at least multiple people you can approach for this situation. It happens in every company. Not every employee has the same work ethic or sense of urgency. Yeah. I would agree with you, but at the same time, the fact that this has been a problem in Hololive for like years now is, goddamn.
Minutes of but then President Ina is able to step back and be like, okay, this happened, nothing's gonna change, there's no time machine. What
I would be afraid of an angry Ina. Ina is the most chill, laid back, grounded, wisest person that you'll probably ever see in EN. I would probably kill myself if I accidentally upset Ina.
can we, and I made like a list of things to cover because we're gonna be having a meeting about it and stuff. So
Ina's EP revision was announced, and then about a month later, Gen 5 announced a Hollow Earth concert with the same name. Oh my god. Yeah, that sounds bad. I don't know if that's true, but I'll take your word at face value.
stuff like I made lists of stuff that I want clarified and like stuff that I had questions about, and then I also have questions about, is this some sort of mistake that can occur again? What can they do, to prevent this from happening again? And also, what can I do, if there's anything I can do, to prevent this from happening?
She's so professional. Then, are ID companies this bad in your experience? Indonesian companies? I don't know. I've never experienced working for an Indonesian company. But if you mean like Indonesian branches in Hololive or like in any VTuber agency, I would like to think yes. Okay, maybe not yes. I would like to think the opposite actually. I feel like in Indonesia, a lot of things get done faster. And they have, I'm talking about this in the Hololive Indonesia context. I feel like things are done a lot faster and with a little less oversight. Yeah, sure, for big events, you need like the approval of upper management from the JP branch. But at the same time, a lot of Indonesia, it seems like, has a lot of autonomy compared to like EN in Hololive Indonesia, at least. That's my opinion. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but from the things that I've seen, that it seems like that's the case.
Because whatever happens, happened. Thing is, mistakes happen. Bound to happen.
We all
Human
make mistakes.
Error is everywhere. But if something like this happens again, I think that is a bigger problem than it happening once. So, yeah.
It doesn't just affect her.
It happened a little too often. Well, part of me always think of it as growing pains in a way where, Cover is a growing company and they've increased a lot of employees over a short amount of time as well. And it's a growth pain that I think any company, no matter what company, would face, structure-wise, communication-wise. But I guess the important part is, where do you go from there? How do you deal with the growing pain when it occurs, Because growth is good. It means, there is potential and we're finding more potential and, trying to expand. But I personally believe that good, strong growth comes from a very strong foundation. Because if you don't have a good foundation to start with, you're going to be like an inverse pyramid, You're just going to topple and crumble. Yeah. So I hope that whatever happened becomes a good example and a learning experience for everyone involved, including myself, and that they will be able to build a stronger foundation in order to make sure this doesn't happen again. Plus, maybe it'll just be...
Just got here? Is she leaving? No, basically, Ina is upset because Apparently, according to that one chatter, she had her name, her EP thing, had a similar name to Gen 5, a Holo X's concert. So that upset her, and that her shit got delayed. Are Filipino better? No, Filipinos are the latest fucking people you can. Okay, so there's an impression in the West where Filipinos are hardworking, and you know what? To a certain extent, I would agree with that. But do not count on a Filipino to be prompt and to be early and to be there on time. Filipinos will always get something, anything, everything delayed. In fact, the phenomenon has its own terminology in Filipino. It's called Filipino time. The Filipino time rule makes it so that if you tell a Filipino that they are supposed to come or do something during this time, always expect a 1 hour delay. Don't at least 1 hour rather. Yeah. Like for example, you and a Filipino friend are going to go to the mall at like 10 a.m. For example, expect your friend to arrive at the mall at 11 or 12. Expect him to lie that he's busy preparing or is in the shower or is in the taxi when he's actually just in bed. Always.
An easier process.
Hawaiian time is also a thing. Oh shit.
One of the actually review and optimize the process a little more. So that's what I will say about the situation. I know comments etc were very angry for me, and thank you for being angry for me, but at the end of the day it is my job to sort things out with them.
Gotcha.
So your assignment from me, well, not from me, but your assignment as my fans is that I hope you look forward to the content I create and you enjoy it, and tell me what you think about it. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your next door neighbor. Stuff like that. Yeah. And don't worry, I'm not I've dealt with many companies in my lifetime.
Okay.
In my granny lifetime. And I know when, things are bad, or when things are good, or when things are meh, kind of in the gray zone. So, trust me to iron things out on the management side, and I hope that you enjoy the fun bits. I mean, I've had my fair share of, unfortunate happenings in my years here in Hololive, but I think I don't want you guys to stress about if I'm being treated right or not, because I am.
That is the worst order you can give to a VTuber fan, because a VTuber fan will always, especially when they're in an agency, will always worry on whether or not they are being treated well in the agency.
Smart enough, and I know and am experienced enough to know when and if I should be here or not, kind of thing, I just want you guys to have the most fun, and let's just say not only fun, but just a good experience, instead of having to worry about me in that regard, because I can stand up for myself. Don't worry, I can take care of myself in this regard.
Gotcha.
Sorry, the talk kind of went a little too deep all of a sudden. It's supposed to be a dueling stream.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Alright, so let's look at this revision thing. Gen 5 revision Hololive. Is it actually true? Oh, it is. Okay, 1 month ago. Okay. And Ina revision Hololive. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. Jesus. 1 month ago too. So it's like, wow, okay. So it's this and the fact that it got delayed. Hololive sounds like a ton of stress, not gonna lie. Well, I would say so, yeah. Because in Hololive, when you're in Hololive, you have to treat every single thing you do with a lot of importance. In a casual agency, like in a small agency, or even a medium-sized agency, not everything has to be simple. Some things can be casual, some things can be done with a lot of lightheartedness and all these sorts of things. But in Hololive, everything you do has to have purpose and step, and every single time, a lot of the big things need to be approved in the first place. So it's not, and we all know the space when it comes to being in an agency, right? Like you have to treat it as if it's an actual job. And a lot of the times, the things that you do, even if you put a lot of effort in it, will not reap the rewards that you think it will. Nijisanji and Hololive has the same policy when it comes to song creation, for example, or let's say merch. Okay, maybe not merch, but like song creation, for example. In Hololive, the talent has to pay for shit that's not mandatory. In Nijisanji, that's the same. You see a lot of Hololive talents pumping out a lot of songs. You see a lot of Nijisanji talents pumping out a lot of songs. Always expect that money, that song came from your money, like you fans' money that you may have super chatted to them or something, right? And even still, remember, Hololive and Nijisanji took 50% of your money, right? So even if you give somebody like $10,000 to create a song, they'll only really earn $5,000 of that. And, you know, they get taxed further. So let's say generously, they only receive like 4,000 of that. So there's going to be like a certain point where a talent will think that the effort they put in it for the reward, especially because they also had to pay for it themselves, is not going to be worth it. You see a lot of Nijisanji talents who may not be earning as much money anymore stop making all these projects that they're doing because of that exact same reason. In Hololive's case, they're not necessarily stopping doing that, but you can see it in the way on how they market it. Some things that they have made themselves may be heavily marketed by the talents, like, you know, they fucking put that shit on your screen in every single stream, on the corner of the stream every single time. And some of them, they may not really want to market it as much. They only like one and gun it, or sometimes promote it, shill it on stream like 3 times every 3 months or every month or something. And you can usually tell how a Hololive member contributed to their projects based on that, right? 50% after YouTube takes their cut, mind you. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely disturbing rules. I agree, because outside, this is normal in Japan. You guys have to remember this. This is absolutely normal in Japan. Fucking hell, I'm going to make it worse for you guys, okay? In Japan, as an idol, if you're in an idol group, there are some idol groups out there that have you, if you want merch, you have to buy a lot of the merch yourself, or the company will cover it. But if it does not sell the amount that the company pre-ordered or had manufactured, you will pay the goddamn difference. So you literally get punished if you overestimate how popular you are, or how much your money, or how much your popularity is, or how much your fans will want to like pay for you. It's that extreme. Translate that work ethic, that business and that work style over to the West, it's going to breed a lot of problems. Hell, I don't even like it. As a Japanese thing, I think that should change. But, you know, Nijisanji and Hololive are too big to change that sort of thing, and it would be unfair for older members. So it's a little bit complicated, right? But the fact that, like, English members have to actually abide by similar rules, I don't know if they have the same contract, because I haven't seen the contract, but let's assume that they do. The fact that they have to abide by that fucking sucks. It actually does. Yeah. Oshinoko all over again. Yeah. Just change it for everyone then. Yeah, but you're gonna hurt the shareholders. You're gonna hurt a lot of the shareholders. The reason why a lot of Japanese fans hate the fact that, half the Japanese fans in Hololive actually hate the fact that Hololive got public, because they recognize that now Yago will not be taking that many risks anymore. Yago will not do things anymore that are in the interest of the talents, because he used to. You guys have to remember, Yago actively goes out of his way a lot of the times to lose money and lose a lot of resources, lose a lot of his time just to make the talents happy. But when you go public, ultimately, who you have to make happy is the shareholders. And people don't like that. And people don't like that, and they will never like that. And that's why there's a lot of there's a lot of anger for that now, and that's why like the JP, this is my rendition, I don't know how true it is or how universal the observation is, but from what I've observed, the JP Hololive fan base, when it comes to like drama, when it comes to Yago, right, is that one half the other people are defending Yago, saying guys, he's doing his best, he has to do this or else the company will collapse, and shit like that. And you know, you even see some of the talents defending Yago for this. You know, because at the same time, yes, Hololive would have died if it did not get public. But at the same time, it ruins a lot of the community supportive aspect, because who Yago will ultimately want to make happy is the shareholders. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know when are we getting a Hololive movie? If they get the money for that, I guess. Yeah. So that's why it's probably now doomed also. I don't know. Hard to say. One day Face Connect will go public as well. Hard to say. Cause I think Face Connect is profitable right now. They're not dying. The reason why Hololive needed to go public because they were losing a shit ton of money. They were dying. They needed those injections, right? They were dying in the sense where, yes, a lot of talents did make money, but for the projects that they wanted to go, they needed more money, right? For the dream that Yago already poured a lot of resources for, it was not enough. They needed money. You have to remember, Hololive wants to be Disney. They want to outsource their IPs to everyone. But if I was a shareholder, I would question that. Because at the same time, if the IP is what makes... imagine if I'm a shareholder. This would be my question to Yago. If I'm a shareholder, I ask Yago, okay, you want to be a Disney, you want the IP to be popular so that other media companies can borrow and rent it, right? To make their own properties. And we see that in games, we can see that in mangas. Hell, we might even have a Hololive show or Hololive movie soon, right? But at the same time, wouldn't your IP and your overall valuation decrease once an IP of yours becomes useless and leaves because a talent decides to graduate? If Gura is now gone from Hololive and you have a contract with Gura that may or may not have like an expiry date saying you won't use the Gura IP as long as it's not her, then didn't you just lose fucking 30% of your EN valuation? How much your EN market is worth because you lost fucking Gura? How are you going to guarantee that all your IP is not going to lose money and will stay with you? That would be my question, because that's a tricky thing to navigate, right? Like, I don't know if I'm stupid, but I feel like that's the case. I feel like that's tricky. If 5 Hololive talents leave right now, Hololive would lose a lot of valuation, I would like to think. Or maybe not valuation. They would lose a lot of their money. Because they're an IP share holding company now at that point. They want it to be like that. So if they want this to be like more sustainable in the future, unfortunately, Hololive has to do a thing where regardless of the talent, like the actual talent agreeing to it or not, or liking it or not, they will have to necro the fucking IP for other things. And I think they tried to do that with their affiliation thing, where, you know, for example, Amelia Watson graduated from Hololive, but she can still come back, she can still appear and all that sort of things. They leave an open door. I don't think that should be the case. If Hololive wants to make that happen for the betterment of the shareholders and for themselves and for them to actually reach the goal that they want, they would have to go the soulless corpo route of using the talent's IP without them liking it. That's what's fucking ESL. I think that's what needs to happen. I don't like it, but I don't see Hololive surviving the future if that's not what happens. I don't see them fulfilling their dream of being the next Disney if that's not what happens. I really don't. Maybe I'm too short-sighted, but that's what I think. Yeah. You spoke about your boy Tectone yet? Not yet. No. Are you guys dead? Oh, never mind. Gura will eventually come back. Hard to say. No, I don't think so. Gura is perfectly happy as Saba now. She makes way more money. She doesn't have to follow the politics of the company. She doesn't have to follow any of the rules. She's not beholden to any fucking thing whatsoever. She's happier now. I would like to think. Yeah. Hololive really needs to grow outside of Japan if they want to be like Disney IMO. Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Because, like, you have to remember, chat, we reacted to this fucking Hollow Earth, Hololive Alternative. This fucking trailer for Hololive Alternative, half the talents that were featured in these fucking trailers are gone now. Okay, maybe not half, but like a lot of them are. Yeah. So, boom. Boom, I guess. Are we sure that she makes more money as Saba? I can guarantee that she makes more money than Saba. As Saba, yes. If she does the same thing that she... okay, if Saba starts selling merch, streams even as often as Gargura, yes, I can guarantee she makes more money as Saba. Right? You would think that the lack of money or the lack of viewerships, maybe like the lack of viewerships would affect that, but no, not really. Hololive takes... because the cuts that Hololive takes will make up for the sheer amount of... the lack of viewers that Saba has right now compared to her Gura. The money from that will make up for the Hololive cut. Yeah, she now takes 100% cuts, right? Yeah. No, exactly. Saba doing reaction content is an easy bag. Yeah, I agree. But, you know, she's pregnant right now. I say that not legally, but like she's gone right now. Fuck it, I'm gonna say the joke. Yeah, she's pregnant right now, so, you know, she can't do anything about it. So I think that's what Hololive needs to do. I think at the same time, that's what a lot of... I think that's what Nijisanji needs to do as well. And I think Nijisanji is... I think Nijisanji is doing that, actually. I'm not sure. Yeah. She still streams once every 3 months. Yeah, because that's not a Gura. I feel like at that point, that's no longer a Gura thing. That's a Saba thing. The fact that she's not streaming as much... Oh, sorry. She's only streaming as much as she did back during Asgura means that maybe, yes, that's not maybe a Hololive thing. Yeah. You misunderstood? Gura, the character, will come back just with a new person behind it or as an AI? Oh, okay. I mean, if that's what you mean, maybe in the near future. I won't disagree with you because I can genuinely see that as a possibility. Yeah. Not to like fucking dish on Hololive or anything, right? But like I feel like at this point, when it comes to a lot of big VTuber agencies or any VTuber agencies for the matter rather, possibilities are endless. Didn't she have a concert with Mint? Oh, she has a concert with Oshi. Yeah. If they use AI to necro, it's gone. We say that now, but 10 years from now, that's probably going to be a possibility. So yeah, that's what I think. Hololive, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not looking good. Fans will riot if Hololive skinwalk all the IP. Yeah. And I think that's the evil that Hololive might need to do. And you can call me out, by the way, chat. You can call me out if I sound like I'm bullshitting about things that I don't know anything about. Because, you know, at the same time, I don't know anything about, like, the internal mechanisms that fucking Hololive does. Right? Like, I do not. So, you know, you can call me out. Like, I don't care. That's my opinion. And if you think that's the wrong opinion, or even if, like, any Hololive staff or Hololive member wants to call me stupid for thinking that, yeah, no, go ahead. I'd probably even completely agree with you, but that's what I think. Saba joined alliances with the Doki friends? Maybe not. Oh, did she? I mean, she's friends with Lime. She collabed with Lime and like a few people. So maybe. Oh, she streamed Hytale. She just came back for Hytale, huh? Yeah, she collabed with Lime. Who else did she collab with? Lime again. It's just Lime. Yeah, it's just Lime, it's just Nimi, and it's just Ame. What the fuck, dude? Yeah. Yeah. Hololive needs talents to be able to come back. Oh, they can. Book Wizard, they can. This only happened in Nijisanji, granted, and it happened in Nijisanji twice, but I think Hololive will always do the same. Like if a talent wants to come back to Hololive, they will probably do. They would probably welcome them back rather. At that point, I think it's the. But at the same time, though, would that be in the best interest of the talent? Let's say let's play a hypothetical. Sakamata Chloe, okay? Sakamata Chloe. Let's say Sakamata Chloe wants to come back to Hololive. And Sakamata Chloe fucking shit-talked Hololive. I mean, they didn't shit-talk Hololive, but you know, when she graduated, she was all about, oh, I graduated from Hololive because I disagree with management, and now she's begging to come back. She made her own personal VTuber channel called Ruka with an alleged sister. And it's not going the way that that she wants it to. Okay, you have to remember. Let's look at this right now. Okay, this is Chloe's chat live. We're going to go beyond the the graduation buff, the graduation announcement buff. Let us look at how much viewership Chloe gets. Okay, this should be good. Okay, look at this. 172k, 77k, 168k, 138k. 53k, 85k, 154, 169, 159. So somewhere around the 80 to 150 mark. Okay? And then we look at Druka, her new model. Okay? Her new incarnation. Let's look at her live streams. Look at these numbers. Yeah. 45k, 68k, 51k, 74k, 75k, 54k, 51k. It's not that much. Yeah, it's not that much. And the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of the JP audiences are going to fucking tell her that, oh my god, you graduated from Hololive, you made a new channel, and now you've come crawling back because you fucking failed, because you fell off and blah blah blah, and you just want attention back. Even though viewerships like this doesn't mean that they're failing. These are still good viewerships, right? It's just that comparatively to Chloe, to her life as Chloe, it's not that much, right? And a lot of you guys might think, oh, that is such a far off thing to say. I would like to think absolutely not, because the Japanese fucking audiences are harder to please than the EN audiences. JP audiences will cook you alive. The moment you step out of line, you fight against authority, or you do something that's only slightly publicly inconvenient or looks weird appearance-wise, you are going to get fucking doxxed, phone calls thrown out your phone, death threats in all sorts of places, your streams and your entire thing bombarded. It will happen to you. Yeah, just Japanese or Asians. I mean, I don't know about Korea, but like in Japan, this happens a lot. The Philippines, sort of, not really. Filipinos are stupid. In China, I can't tell you. Yeah. Yeah. If JP acts douchey, EN has her back. That's not necessarily something that can help her. Because even if EN has her back, realistically, how much EN people are going to be actively watching her streams? Yeah, we might watch her clips, but because a lot of most EN people won't understand what she is even fucking talking about, a lot of them aren't even going to stick by her streams. It's not like the Kyoryu Coco situation where even if Kyoryu Coco got a lot of hate and she mostly spoke Japanese at the time, Coco always had that mentality to translate a lot of the things that she says throughout the stream in English just to also please EN fans. Yeah, but a lot of JP streamers do not have that advantage. They do not. Yeah. Korea for sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, Korea. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so too. I saw that whole thing where like, yeah. Okay, I can't name an example on top of my head, but I think I just remembered like one Korean fucking idol, stepping out of line one time and she got fucking grilled for it. Yeah. Weather Planet? Yeah, her Weather Planet streams go really hard for some reason. I don't know if that's oh shit, look chat, look. The algorithm knows. Chat, the algorithm knows. Look. Okay. Ruka, right? But then when I do this, Chloe pops up. You see it, right? Yeah. Oh god. Even the algorithm is schizophrenic right now. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. Yeah. But that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on with Hololive. Hold on. Probably a YouTube glitch. We're going to go back to Sameko Saba real quick. You wanna subscribe? You wanna explain your subscriptions? Oh, this is my alt. I'm subbed to myself. I reacted to Bonnie Barkswell, so I subscribed to her. I reacted to this Mayorski person, but I don't remember what video I reacted to. What did I react to? Oh, we watched this one and this one. Yeah, we watched Men's Obsession Dying with Battle, and we watched this one like some time ago. I kinda low-key wanna watch this one again. I don't remember what happened in this video. And I subscribed to Crony. Yes. What drama about Holo? Oh, it's not really drama. Basically, Ina was very unhappy about the stuff that happened in her EP. That's about it. Yeah. Did you know the Mint and concert collab with Saba? Yeah. I know about that. Was it Oshi Plus? Fucking Saba got included in? No. Sameko Saba. Yeah, I knew about that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it was Oshi Spark, not Oshi Plus. Yeah. So this is also happening. Venue tickets are sold out for both shows. Yeah. And these are exactly why they don't need an agency now. Hololive has made them big enough where they don't need an agency. They just need one manager. Or, I mean, it depends, I guess, on the content that they're doing. For Saba's case, I don't know what she wants to do. I don't know if Saba wants to be on concerts, if she wants to do a lot of songs, or she wants to like live this sort of life as an idol, or maybe she just wants to be like a random VTuber streamer. But yeah. Cute. Oh, they even got the red dress in. They got the sex skin. Sometimes Chronix looks so tired, makes me mad. Oh, I think Crony looking tired turns me on. I'm gonna be honest with you. Holy shit, look at this fucking booba. What is booba from Mint, dude? Hold on. Zoom. Look at that. Holy shit, she's such a whore. Mint is actually a whore. Christ. Jesus. Look at this retard. Look at her. She's so stupid. You wake up as a Hololive member? Which one and why? If you mean like I wake up as like their IRL, like I actually wake up in the person's skin and I own their channel, I would probably want to be... Well, I don't want to be Calliope Mori because I feel like Calliope Mori's got a lot of fucking work and I don't want to inherit all of that fucking work. I'd be too lazy. I would like to have the easiest fucking job ever. Or the member that's not doing too much but is still earning a lot of money. Maybe I'd be Bibu. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I'd be Bibu. I feel like if I was Bibu, you know, I don't know the IRL Bibu's IRL circumstances. I don't know if Bibu lives in Thailand, but think about it, right? If Bibu, oh wait, correct me. Is Bibu living in Thailand currently, or is that like information nobody's supposed to know? Well, either way, let's assume that she does. If Bibu lives in Thailand, Thailand. JP, she lives in Japan. Oh fuck, never mind. Okay, no, never mind. Fuck, which person in Hololive? Let's look at the Hololive members. Now I want to answer that question properly. EN. Well, hey man, that's not my fault. You're not. That's not my fault too. God damn, just give me the channel, dude. Jesus. Okay, let's see. Kiara, Kali, Ina, Watson, Ame, Iris, Faunas, Anna, Crony, Moomers, Bay, and Shiori. Cici, Raura, Gigi, Beth, Fomoko, Ravencroft. Does Gigi live in Southeast Asia? Does any one of these members live in a poor country? Doesn't have to be in Indonesia. Sorry, doesn't have to be Southeast Asia. It could be like... No? Fuck, man. Gerard? Yeah, but like... Hala Stars doesn't count. And he's already Filipino. I would not want to be another Filipino. Canada is like has one of the Canada has one of the most expensive places to live in, so no. Actually, fuck it. I'll go Gura. Chat. If I have Gura's power, I would farm the fuck out of you guys. I would bait so much. I know my power and I will not be afraid to use it. Every Gunner will be fed. Every Lolicon will be fed. The Rule 34s are gonna be gushing with... will be overflowing with content. Among many other fluids. And I will be unironically uncancelable. My army of simps will support me, will do anything to support me and defend me. And Hololive has no choice. Because of course they won't. You know she's fucking weak? Yeah, that's why I'm if I woke up in if I woke up in her body, I would choose her. Yeah, I would. Not Suisse or Noel. Well, I feel like Suisse is also like a fucking workaholic. So, I don't want to do that. Noel, as much as it is nice to have boobs, I would rather not have big boobs. The idea of having like fucking 3 kilos worth of fucking boobs just hanging on your chest is probably going to hurt my back. And I'm not used to it. So I'm intentionally trying to look for members who has flat tits. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the plan. Look, I told you. It's like you have to be 5 steps ahead. You could be Hachama, you could go on breaks after having mental breakdown. I mean, all VTubers could go on breaks having a mental breakdown. I think Gigi is best. You would get all the benefits. Yeah, but she lives in California, apparently. And Apparently that place is expensive. So I'd rather not. So yeah, that's the drama. All right. Let's talk about the Tectone stuff, and then we're going to talk about the powder stuff. Because we have some interesting developments. Okay. So I don't all the regulars are here. I don't think I need to give you a TLDR on what happened during the Tectone stuff, but there's some new developments. Boom. Pikachu apparently has called out legal mindset for calling for the court documents and shit. Because apparently Pink leaked docs and did leaked the docs. Oh, sorry. Mindset went over the docs but did not get her names among many other information redacted, right? And that's doxing to her, and apparently it was very careless. Yeah, so this is the lawyer. Come on, load. Oh, there we go. Jesus, it's public information, lol. I think it's more so. I think when people say these sorts of things, it's more so the courtesy, if that makes sense, right? It's the courtesy. Like, we know some VTubers. Right? Like, we know some VTubers information about certain VTubers that we don't want to talk about, and we'll never talk about it because it's courtesy. And even if we do, we want to redact things that could further, either make them... yeah, it's the courtesy. Yeah, I don't need to explain that much, I would like to think. Alright, so this is what Pink says. This is the lawyer legal mindset posted unredacted leaked documents that were meant to be sealed live to thousands of people to dox me and putting my family in danger. So, if it was public information that you can literally grab by going through the website, the government website in Travis County, I don't necessarily know if that's actually something to be. I don't know if that's considered doxing. I would like to think. Yeah, I was going to stay quiet and work through with authorities, but he is in Thailand. It's disgusting how someone would recklessly review documents and that say unofficial on them because they aren't for the public and to read and disregard anyone's safety. Not sure what I can say, but I'm told the county is doing an investigation into the matter. Thank you to the streamers that did the time to redact information or not share it, but it will be a long process for me to move. But maybe it's the new chapter for me. Yeah, it's basically just the way where Legal Mindset did not redact her names and shit. Yeah, and even well, I mean, I guess to be fair to Pink, Tectone's IRL names were also there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And so that happened. And yeah, there are people trying to point it out, but also at the same time also calling Tectone out, calling Legal Mindset out. But I am in the opinion that if it is for the public, then there's really no going at it, right? It's not necessarily there. And I feel like there's a merit to have these things public. Yeah. But goddamn. So in any case, aside from that, Mujin also responded to this. So this is the biggest voice when it came to calling out Tectone. Fucking liar, you knew about this for more than a year, but you continue to respond and support Tectone up until a month ago. You fucking lying sack of shit. Yeah, you totally didn't say anything because you were just pretending to be Tectone's friend for safety, right? And this person, yeah, so this person, Mujin says, is an alt account, or at least is trying to, imply that. I hope you're not illiterate on your main too. Let me explain in terms fit for a zoo animal like you. Wow, alright. This tweet was the only public interaction that I had with Tectone since 2024. Oh, okay. It was because at that time, he was fantasizing in DMs about me making a video about his upcoming court case victory. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? That's kind of, yeah, that's I would like to think, yeah, that's probably kind of good. You know what I mean? Yeah, because the biggest criticism that was lobbied on Mujin's way is that Tectone and Mujin had very positive relationship and is actively talking to each other throughout this entire time, even if Mujin knew. And what I said was that, yeah, if that was the case, then maybe you shouldn't publicly interact with him at all. But the fact that one, as Mujin claims, it's the only public interaction with Tectones in 2024, and it was because Tectone was smugly talking about winning this shit. Yeah, I can see why he would say that. Yeah, I can see why. Actually, you know what? I think I like this response, or to a certain extent, I can respect it at least. Yeah. He then proceeded to immediately reply to my post trying to schizo test my loyalty in public. But you left that important detail out, OFC. But if I spoke up about this before the court date, I would have to literally ruin the victim's life and lawsuit since he could have directly used that in court against her. Is that what you wanted? Maybe you're a Tectone MAGA fan after all. Same thing would have happened if he doubted my loyalty, by the way. His lawyers would have ambushed her and painted her as someone who sought revenge for his protection. Okay, so basically, what Mujin is trying to say here is that he, in that one specific instance, and the only specific instance where that happened, he was intentionally trying to play up with Tectone because, you know, with Tectone's schizophrenia and mental illness, any, let's say, out of the line things that Mujin would do or say with him publicly would probably cause him to schizo the fuck out. Okay? That's what Mujin thinks. No, because I don't watch or like Tectone, I don't know if that's true, but it is funny. In 2024, I was the only gacha-related content creator who took the time to listen to her and support her, period. I was forced to make a public statement. I simply wanted to, as a way to show her support because it's the right thing to do, and also because no one else is currently doing so. But sure, let's just call me a rape apologist because some of you freaks are still pissed off about my Genshin boycott video. I don't know anything about this. I mean, yeah, I don't know anything about this. I think I'm a bit confused on needing to keep up appearances part. Were you considered to be a close friend of his or someone that he liked having in his circle? Maybe I'm light because I can't fathom how he would be that attached to you that any sign of you wavering would cause harm. Okay, good question, Aval. Good question. Yeah, okay. Basically, why would Tectone want to test your friendship with you specifically? Okay. Any public figures he had confided in could have been a threat. I'm not special. That's just the nature of lawsuits. I had to keep this secret exactly for that reason. He saw me as a non-threat. If you change that overnight with someone like him, it's asking for trouble. I see. Okay. So he knew that she confided in you. I do not understand not speaking about it publicly since it could endanger both her lawsuit, and I don't think anyone should fault you for that, especially if she didn't say whether or not she was comfortable with it in the first place. I'm just curious if he saw you as a non-threat. How you no longer speaking to him casually would set off alarms unless you two were close beforehand. Yeah, I guess that's a good question. Sorry I'm asking a lot of questions. I like your content and I don't believe you have any ill will. I'm just confused. Okay. Well, I mean, those are good questions, I would like to think. Yeah. I'm not gonna answer in Mujin, for Mujin, but I would like to think his schizophrenia would play a part. Yeah. Anybody that's... Chat, you have to understand, the reason I say that is because women in the... VTubers do this. A lot of VTubers do this. A lot of VTubers stress test their friendships with other people, and if they don't respond on time, they don't answer the way they wanted the other VTuber to answer and shit like that, that's enough reason to hate on people. Okay? Like I genuinely believe that that Tectone schizophrenia is enough to fucking make Mujin scared. I'm not trying to defend Mujin or suck his dick or anything, right? Like, I think you guys might believe me on this, but we're not really even that. We're not friends. We've never interacted at all. But it seems like I can actually genuinely believe that. Yeah. Does it detract from the fact that maybe he shouldn't have responded to Tectone? Probably. But I would still agree with that, actually. I would still agree with that. But like, goddamn. Yeah. I say women. I say women because, most people that do this in VTubing are women. That's not me trying to be sexist. It's just that even non-mentally ill women can and has done this. Yeah. Tectone responded. All right, let's watch. Let's watch Tectone's response. We're going to look at three things. This one, where Tectone is talking about Mujin, and his closing statement. Okay, yeah, we'll throw that away. Oh, I don't know why I put this. Oh, well, I guess maybe this is relevant. We'll look at it later. All right, let's look at this. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's watch this first. Okay, not that one first. Let's watch this first.
Act like they're lawyers these days. Okay?
Okay.
They do. What is a civil case? Spoiler alert, guys. I lost a civil case. I did. Hey, I did. And we're going to talk about. I lost. It's true. And we're going to talk about everything. What is a civil case? So a civil case is essentially a vibe check.
Okay.
To where they see, how were this guy's vibes? Unfortunately, I'm fucking retarded. Yeah, L for me. I'm fucking retarded, and I run my mouth way too much.
Okay.
One thing that I've learned, and throughout this slideshow, there's going to be consistent change. I am going to start tweeting 95% less. I uninstalled Twitter on my phone, and I'm not going to tweet for 1 week. Yep. Because a civil case...
Just 1 week? I'm gonna be real with you, bro. It's not because you yap too much about the specific instance regarding Pinkichu. I think it's the general idea that you yap too much. You try too hard to be Asmongold. But the thing is, Asmongold is smarter than you. And he forms his own opinions. I don't really even know if you have your own opinions. I'm gonna be real with you, okay? Like, that's the vibe I get from you. You flip-flop from one thing to another.
Isn't determined by proof. It's determined
like you out yourself as a person with weird vibes. That's why you yap, because you yap too much in general.
Vibes. And usually the way that court cases work for like criminal cases is you need to have proof to prove that someone's guilty. But
yeah, I agree with that.
Case, I needed proof to prove that I'm innocent, which was hard, and I'm a bastard.
Sure.
So essentially,
okay, I love that.
The court decided that I'm a vibe rapist. Yeah, and my vibes were fucking terrible.
You lost the vibe check. Okay, well, I think
the thing that I learned is, Tectone, stop fucking tweeting. Because my vibes are fucking terrible. And I don't think I've ever been on Twitter and done something where I was like, you know what? I'm going to tweet something that's positively going to affect my life. But yeah, the vibes are fucking off. The vibes are off.
Well, I mean, at least he's admitting it. Yeah. He's admitting it. Yeah. Because that's exactly why people, including myself, don't really like Tectone. He's just a weird person to look at. Not like look at as in like visually, but like his content, the way he talks about things, like it feels wrong.
All right, so I lost the vibe check. It's true. Next up.
Yeah. I mean, look. In some way, maybe, in some way, I don't know if you agree with that, but maybe in some way, the whole civil suit is just a vibe check thing is correct. But that's not why you won. You lost. I think you lost because the proof got enough information that you are actually like a danger, not just to Pinky, but like to people in general. You have schizophrenia, and you have actual schizophrenia, and you schizo a lot on Twitter, and you have a large gun collection. I feel like that's enough proof to see that that's enough proof that to think that you might be a danger to other people, especially people you don't like. You know what I mean? The only issue with Tectone is he needed a better lawyer. Ivan, I don't know about that. He apparently hired 5 lawyers, one of which was the best. One of which was an ex-judge for that was appointed by the governor of Texas. So he had like 5 lawyers. He had like probably the best in his area, and he still lost. That's why. But hey, I'm so sorry that you nearly faced I'm so sorry you nearly faced criminal charges for that. Yeah. His comments about his VTuber. Yeah, this is why I don't like him, TVK's away. He keeps talking about VTuber shit, and the things that he talks about in VTubing is not things that he doesn't know anything about. And he's a popular dude. Anything he says is a lot of weight, and he does that very casually and all this sort of shit. So he needs to like. I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah. He is not factually correct on most things. Yeah. And look, okay?
In case you guys don't know, when I was 19,
Okay.
I was diagnosed with schizophrenia in New Mexico State University.
Okay.
The meeting was very quick. It was very brief. I went in with my dad. I kind of said, hey, sometimes I see things that aren't there. And they said, you're schizophrenic. They gave me medicine. I took those medicines and they made me a zombie.
Sure.
I went to a psychiatrist yesterday.
Yesterday.
And, I'll
Good
try
for
to
you.
provide some documentation for this at a later date whenever I receive it. Guys, I'm not schizophrenic.
What?
The psychiatrist believes the reason why I see things that aren't there, mainly, well...
What? Tectone is downplaying the civil cause. The civil cause is saying a big vibe check over proof. Ask yourself if you want it to still be a vibe check or because he has solid proof. I mean, the fact that he failed to pass the vibe check should be enough, I would like to think.
At night.
Thank you for the super chat, by the way.
I got stabbed in my left eye.
What?
And my right eye is normal. And so they believe that my eyeballs are causing me to temporarily hallucinate things that aren't there because they're not signaling my brain properly.
Okay.
What they believe that I have is anxiety with bad vision as well as unresolved childhood trauma.
Daddy issues.
So I was going there unironically.
So it's not a brain thing. It's an eye thing.
And
Gotcha.
I'm trying not to get emotional because I thought there actually might be something wrong with me. And so I was going to actually try to get medicated. They said I do not require medication. So I guess I am just a human with anxiety, unresolved childhood trauma, and eyes that don't communicate too well to my brain.
You know, not that I don't necessarily believe him, right? But I feel like if you... See, this is exactly why, like, dude, you would like to think a person like that would be empathetic to the cause of the people around him, right? But Tectone is the type of person that would call the other person retard, make fun of their autism, call people a faggot, call people a lot of things, even if he himself has, like, similar problems. Like, does he not empathize with the same people? Because look at this shit chat, okay? Was the first time meeting him in person. I had said something like, I felt schizo in conversation, and Tectone said, never say that. I actually have schizophrenia, and that word is like a slur. Then 3 drinks, he called my friend a faggot in Dave and Buster's. Like, come on, dude. Like, come on. A person that is as damaged as you would like to think that these people would be empathetic, right? Because look, man, even like this is why I think that this is a huge part of why I think Tectone doesn't really have his own opinions and shit like that. He just copy pastes what Asmongold is doing. Because again, Asmongold actually has his own opinions, right? I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Did you guys know that Asmongold actually supports trans people? A lot of people might not like that, but he does. And he says it casually. He got like a lot of hate on Twitter for saying that. And the reason why he did so is because he understands that there are people out there that just looked at themselves in the mirror and they don't feel like the person looking back at them is not them. And the reason why he developed that sort of mindset is because when his tooth fell out, when his fucking teeth got like fucked up, he looked at that and he felt such an extreme amount of dysmorphia that he imagined what other people would actually feel. Right? He actually empathizes with these things. And you would like to think a person with mental illness, unresolved childhood issues, among many other things like Tectone, would be empathetic as well, but he's not. He doesn't reflect. He doesn't do any of these things. Yeah. Like, I don't even watch Asmongold that often. But that's why, like, even if I disagree with some of the things he says, I can actually respect him as a content creator and respect him as a human being. Yeah. And hey, fuck me, go fuck yourself if like some fucking Twitter retard is gonna say that. But I think Asmongold is not as bad as a lot of people think he is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, he says some weird things that even I disagree with, but at least he actually believes in them, one. And two, yeah, he might flip-flop, yeah, he might change his opinions, yeah, he has his own bias, he admits he admits that he's a bad person, but whatever he thinks he says, he believes in it. He actually he thinks for himself. This Tectone does not. He does not. Okay? Just joined in, but is Tectone denying the allegations? Not necessarily denying the allegations, but like downplaying it as far as I know. Yeah. My recommendation for you guys, if you get looked into trouble, look up who actual criminals like cartels use and hire the same guys. Also, remember, even if you are guilty, never admit to guilt. I'd like to think so. Yeah, Ivan Iron Fist. Yeah. Yeah. Like, come on, dude. I used to watch Asmon. He was more centrist before the grift. Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really watch that much of Asmongold. I used to watch a lot of Asmongold back when he reacted to a lot of like internet historian stuff back like what 4 or 5 years ago. But like that's the extent of the exposure that I had from him. Yeah. I don't really follow him for his politics, but I do like his reactions and shit like that. Oh shit, what the fuck? Model not working? Okay, there we go. It's moving now. Some of it, what? Some what's half of Osman's stuff is rage bait. Come on, dude. Oh, I agree. Yeah, and I usually know what his rage. Okay, so me personally, I have seen like 3 rage baits from Asmongold. I didn't fall for it. Right? I feel like if Asmongold says something outrageous and you can feel that it's rage bait, it's probably rage bait. Yeah, yeah. His worst mistake is spawning those Asmon wannabe grifters. Yeah, I'd like to think so. Yeah. Yeah. Because there's a lot of streamers that wants to be like Asmon, wants to have the same sort of opinion as Asmon, but cannot be Asmon. If you have empathy and smear someone like Tech, why would he show more empathy than you? How do I want to say this? How do I want to say this? It's not me that he should show sympathy for. It's people that he identifies with. People with the same things that he's been through. The same traumas, the same circumstances. At the very least, he should not be hateful. But he is. Like, I don't know if you're talking about me, right? Yes, there are a lot of retards out there that's going to, like, send Tectone death threats. Like, you know, there's a lot of, like, far leftist retards on Twitter, you know, fucking flags in their bio, fucking screaming that that a person should die for disagreeing with my politics and shit. Yeah, that does happen. And I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about in general. Like, just be empathetic in general. Because I feel like that's the extent a person can have. He's not that kind of person. Yeah. Anyway, let's react to his reaction to Mujin. Are you hateful? Oh god. If I was hateful, I would be successful right now. I'm telling you guys, hate is the strongest motivator. It is. I would be rising to the fucking top if I hated somebody right now. Just to prove them wrong, obtain the highest amount of platform possible, all to say go fuck yourselves. Spite? Yeah, spite and hate. Yeah.
Talk about Mugen.
Okay, Mugen, let's go.
So Mugen put out a crazy fucking Google Doc on me. I'm also going to say I like Mugen. We were very, very, very close friends. Best friends, actually. He actually
Mugen, you're gonna have to address that, buddy. Is that true?
officiated my wedding.
Oh my god, really? Wait.
We were very good friends. We broke bread. We lived together for 8 years.
What?
Really, really good friends, me and Mugen.
He's being sarcastic. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mugen's just wrong. Yeah, I don't
Okay. For a sec there, I thought he was serious. Holy shit. Okay, you know what? Yeah,
really
good.
At all. Is the PowerPoint over? No, it's not over. I have to go over a couple more Google Docs. So real quick, I gotta highlight some things here real quick. So he makes some big claims, and I want you to really take note of this. Okay.
Yeah, I got baited. Yeah.
What was said by Mugen
To be fair, his sarcasm is pretty good.
was on January 29th at 2 a.m. And now, why is that important? Why is it important that Mugen said this on January 29th at 2 a.m.?
Okay, what happened during that time?
Mugen made a post saying that he read all of the documentation. Mugen, I really hate to break the news to you, but all of the documentation wasn't available until January 29th at 8 p.m. So how the fuck did you read all of the documentation when it wasn't out until 18 hours later? Like, listen, man, I understand you got to save your skin, but you couldn't have read all the documentation because it wasn't out until 18 hours after you typed all that shit.
I feel like if that's the thing that you're addressing, I feel like that's not really a good response in of itself.
And then you go, and I guess we'll talk about this right now, right? You make this claim. Why did I choose to speak up now? Because protective order court cases are infamously difficult.
Wait a minute, am I retarded? But I feel like that's not a good enough response, right? Like, yeah, okay, Mugen said something that may not be true. How about everything else? Like, I feel like this is how you, okay, chat, I hate it. When anybody has to respond to something, address everything. I hate it because a lot of these, you see a lot in like a lot of VTuber Google Docs too. When they want to address something, they don't hit all the points. They don't. They hit one point that is wrong, disregard everything else, and that one point is enough. They think that one point is enough to redeem them. No, that's not how it works. Okay, so Mugen said something that might be wrong or he's lying. What about everything else? That should be how people work.
For the victim, especially in the state of Texas.
Okay.
Okay. So
is that true?
Let's just talk about some numbers here real quick. So this guy says it's in.
Yeah, I'm aware of the idea that like the judge and the court itself, or like wherever this place is, was apparently biased. I have that in mind. Don't worry.
Incredibly difficult and infamously difficult to get a protective order in Texas. So let me ask you guys a question real quick. Guys, what % of protective orders do you think get granted in Texas? Only reason why he's talking.
Like 90% maybe?
Protective orders are infamously hard to get.
Okay.
Brother. 77% of
okay, damn.
them are approved.
My guess was higher. Sure. So that proves that one, Mugen got that information wrong, apparently. Protective orders are hard to obtain. Gotcha.
77%. So
gotcha.
Mugen, I don't know if you Googled anything for fucking 5 seconds. Clearly not.
That's not what you should be addressing, Tectone. The elephant in the room is not the little details like that. It's why. a protective order had to get done in the first place.
But dear God, I understand people have to save their skin, but can we not just make up lies as well? Like, come on, man. Like, can we, like, 77. I fucked up. 77. Anyways, that shit was cringe. It is what it is. And
I don't know about that. He's not that's not a good enough defense for me, Chief. God damn. Oh my god. My god. Come on, man. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I expected something more. I thought he was going to, like, debunk Mujin. I was actually kind of excited. Yeah. Excuse me. So he's attacking a useless point and then misusing statistics. Yeah, he's basically saying, yeah, Mujin exaggerated a lot of these things and one thing is not actually true. But then he ignores all of it. Like, come on, man. Like, I know we're all biased and all, and Mujin has his own thing, but at the same time, it's not really a good enough response. He didn't address anything that was given criticism against him? Yeah, no, not really. I want to see the retweets, though. Yeah, I have the same thing. He dodges a lot of the actual issues. He does. I thought of the same thing. I thought I was being retarded there for a bit, because his chat was like, oh my god, L caught, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I don't know about that, brother. I don't know about that. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's look at his closing statements.
okay, I'm going to say one comment.
Sure.
Obviously, I have to be very careful with what I say. Addressing the
Who's gonna bank on the idea that that's not gonna happen?
elephant in the room. I lost the civil case.
Yes.
I did. That sucks. Didn't
Okay.
go the way I wanted. Is what it is. But I do genuinely want to respect the court's decision.
Sure.
At this point, I'm not sure what route I want to take from here, but
Yeah, okay, actually that's a good point in terms of his content. Cause, okay, he started off being like a gacha game streamer. Gacha game communities didn't like him, so he started to be Asmon Gold Light. Okay? It would be hard to figure out what he would do from here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because it's hard for him to... maybe it isn't hard because it seems like a lot of people here are very, like, supportive of him. But
I believe
his political content, him being like a rage-baiting, hateful person and spewing up bullshit on Twitter and on stream might still be a thing that would work for him. But I feel like he lost a lot of, like, credibility. You know what I mean?
even though I lost the case, I do believe that this still gets me to where I want to go, which is for all parties to simply move on.
The reason people watch Tectone isn't because he's a good person or that he's smart. They watch him because he's a loud, obnoxious, bald man that speaks confidently even when he's wrong. And I respect that, right? To a certain extent. Like I told you guys, right? Your job as a content creator isn't to be a good person or to be a role model. It's to entertain. If you are entertaining, good for you. You have a place here. At the same time, if you're out here fucking grandstanding and, fucking telling other people that they're pieces of shit and you're also a piece of shit, and you claim to believe in the things that you say so much, but then in reality, boom, you admit that you're actually just appealing to a certain demographic because you thought that was the best way to do so and be Asmon Goldlight. I feel like you don't really have a lot of room. You don't really have a lot of room for credibility. You don't really have a lot of room for people to take you seriously and for people to listen to you. You know what I mean? Like if people watch him because he's loud and he's obnoxious, good. But I feel like people shouldn't deny that he seems like a bad person. Because you know what I mean?
That's pretty much
Like, and look, that's fine. If you wanna say, hey, I like him, he's a bad person, but he's funny, that's fine. You know what? I'm not gonna say who right now, I don't wanna get cancelled. I know and follow a lot of content creators that a lot of people don't like, and even I can unequivocally say that they're not good people. I watch them still because they're funny. Okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys a name right now because the person is gone. Elfin Psyop. Elfin Psyop was not the best person to follow as a VTuber. But you know what? I was thoroughly entertained by her shenanigans. I was watching her clips and followed her shenanigans on Twitter because I thought the shit that she said was funny. But if you told me she was a bad person, I would probably agree with you. You know what I mean? I would probably agree with you. I would probably raise my hand up and say, you know what? Yeah. And you know what? I would, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like a lot of you might relate to this. And that's fine. That's fine. If people watch Tectone for that, then yeah, go ahead. But I don't think you should deny that he's a bad person.
all I want is for everybody to go their separate ways, to be able to move on and find solace and peace in their life.
Sure.
Genuinely.
That's a low-hanging fruit. Yeah, I aimed for a low-hanging fruit there because I couldn't think of anything else. I don't want to name any of the more extreme ones, or else, some people's opinions might change.
I understand that things are going to be an uphill battle for a while, and that's okay.
Okay.
But I will say, I do want to respect the court's decision. Do I think the American
So you hyped us up just to move on? That's crazy.
justice system has failed me?
Sure.
Yes. And I do believe in an America where consent cannot be retracted 1 year later.
I agree with that, by the way. I don't think that's why you lost, but I agree with that sentiment. I think it's confusing when people have that sort of like fucker's remorse sort of thing. I think that's cringe, right?
However, at the end of the day, I want to move forward with my life. And so I am going to admit that I fucked up. I should not have tweeted that much. Straight up.
You shouldn't tweet at all that much.
I should not have tweeted that much. I was tweeting like crazy. I hope people can understand why I was tweeting that much. But at the end of the day, I should have practiced self-control. I fucking got out of hand. This shit consumed my fucking brain. And it sucked, the things that I was being called. So I tweeted a lot. Going forward, I'm just like not going to tweet. Like barely at all. I uninstalled Twitter. I'm not going to tweet a single
That's good. That's good.
time for another week.
That's good. Brother, the reason why I don't like you is because your tweets are so fucking dumb. Yeah. So him stepping off of Twitter is a good idea for him. I'm probably not going to follow him and his content in the future, but good for him.
I think what I learned is
The rage baiter got rage baited, yeah.
Stop fucking tweeting so much. And boys, let's just move the fuck on. And to my lawyers, sorry, I should have shut the fuck up.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least he's owning up to it. Yeah. Let's see the retweets. I want to see the retweets. To be honest, this is a Tectone L, but it's not a Pikachu W. She originally wanted a full criminal conviction, but the charge was dropped and was basically downgraded to civil. I mean, I agree with that. Look, I agree. I would not call, me personally, I would not necessarily call Tectone like, a rapist or like a lot of labels that would imply a lot of dangerous things. I personally would not. Right? Because, if I do that so easily, the labels that I call people lose its meaning. You know what I mean? If I, I call somebody a pedophile, then if I loosely call somebody a pedophile, then what the fuck does pedophile even mean at that point? You know what I mean? So I'm very careful. I don't know if this has happened in the past before, but I would like to think that I am careful when it comes to labeling people. Obviously, minor labels like retard and shit like that are like loosely thrown there for absolutely like comedic reasons, but like actual serious labels, whatever. Yeah. Hot take, no criminal charges, no problems. Sure. I'd agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you that, you know, Tectone, there's absolutely necessarily anything criminal or worth fucking pursuing Tectone for over. But I don't think he's a good person either. I think the reason why people are celebrating his downfall or whatever is because he made a lot of enemies. Okay? Tectone's made a lot of enemies by being the person that he is. And they're grasping at this one huge fucking L as a sort of validation for their dislike and to basically like, you know, do the things that he did to others. Yeah. I don't think anybody is really... Oh, well, I mean, no, never mind. I see a lot of people doing that. Yeah, never mind. So, hey, that's my personal opinion. Yeah. Even his friends are his enemies now because of how he treated them like personal soldiers. Something like that, yeah. I feel like it's the sort of thing where if you want, okay, I guess maybe if you want to be like Tectone, right? Like, if you want to be like Tectone, where your personality on stream is just being an obnoxious, loud asshole, I think for your career to be a success, or that you don't get shit like this, is on stream, have that asshole, loud personality as a, let's say, character, and be nice to the people around you. Yeah. Like, you know, like you're in terms of like friendships and relationships, right? Like just be nice to them. That way, even when there's a lot of, even when you have a lot of, you upset a lot of people publicly, at least behind the scenes, you got people on your back. Sure, there might be people that would rather not engage with you publicly, but these people will not backstab you. Or at least like make a call out Google Docky on you because they would have no ammunition. You have treated these persons as good as you can. You know what I mean? Again, being an asshole online works. Being an asshole personally and IRL does not. Because at that point, it's only a matter of time before you get fucked in the ass. You know, and you know, I can admit, like, you know, not everybody is a good, not everybody has some sort, okay, maybe not everybody, but like a lot of people has some sort of skeletons in their closets. And, how do I want to say this? It's up to how bad that is, right? Like, if somebody posts an old clip of me saying the N-word, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares, you know, like... Duh, I make the N-word. Actually, I caught myself saying the F-A-G word earlier. Am I gonna get cancelled for that? Even though I didn't, like, it was a... Like, you know what I mean? Like, who cares? Yeah. Don't be like Tectone, be Doki Bird. Got it. Something like that, yeah. Yeah. So that's the... Oh, we'll watch this again. Schizophrenia cured? Breaking. Local Twitch streamer Tectone has cured schizophrenia. Oh, it's from Miskiff, so take this with as much thought as you did. Yeah, so I don't know. So I don't know if you guys believe that Tectone has schizophrenia or not, but we'll have to see, I guess. Don't you have the F-word pass? I'm pretty sure only gay people are allowed to use that word. Probably. I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea. Yeah, you know what I mean? Look, man, that sort of language just doesn't leave you. Yeah. It'd be hard not to believe with how much he talked about it on stream in 2024. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. Next, we're going to talk about the powder situation, okay? We're going to talk about this. But first, I gotta pee and I gotta get some water. Give me like 3 minutes. Womp womp. Okay, I'm back. What's the powder situation? Oh, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Okay, so I want to reiterate, I don't care about like the politics that happened here. Okay, I don't care if like powder is supporting ICE or whatever, because I feel like ICE is like an important thing. Wash your hands. I rubbed alcohol on it. Should be fine. Yeah, I should be fine. Did you pee while running? That was abnormally fast. The comfort room, the CR, is actually just next to me, so that's why. Alright, let's look at this. Okay, let's look at the clip.
Oh no, you're a racist. And question mark?
If that's their way of attacking someone for standing up for their country and their people, then so be it. That doesn't offend me at all.
Alright, so that's what Powder says. And she's referring to ICE. Okay, and people don't really like, well, I mean, people as in like a certain demographic, like the left-leaning part of VTubing, they don't really like Powder because they think Powder is a like a right-wing grifter with an anime model instead, with an anime character, right? Like as a VTuber, right? And beyond that, it's hard to know what she's popular for regarding content. And she goes against the grain of like what regular popular VTuber takes are. Seemingly either for rage bait or because she actually believes in it. I can't say for sure if she actually believes in it, but like this one, for example, right? Like she's talking about ICE specifically. It seems like she is going like actually like hard political on her content, not just like, you know, Twitter random social politics, like actual happenings in the country kind of political, like fucking you know, Amelia British government propaganda sort of political. Okay, yeah. So people don't like Powder for that, and she just said this one tweet that popped the fuck off. It got 6 million views, right? And then as you can see, not a lot of people that are very happy with this. Okay, you're a silly Trump supporter, right? Then you're a slave trade supporter. Where'd you get that idea? So basically, people think that Powder is a MAGA Trump supporter, or at least LARPing as one. It doesn't matter. They think that's the case, right? And then there's a lot of people hating on her for this. There's a lot of people who also support her on this. And did you just call me a racist? You know what? I'm gonna hit CTRLC on this. I want to use this meme. Is she a LARPer? That's what I don't know. I don't know if she's actually serious or if she's just rage baiting or being contrarian. Like I don't know. But either way, it's working, right? That's racist. Who cares? Yeah. Yeah. You can hear my cats? Yeah, you can hear my cats. What is the point of being a VTuber anymore if you're involving so much IRL content and behind the scenes views for personal views? So there's a lot of VTubers who do that now. Every part, either side of VTubing actually does that now. Right-wing people are adding their politics into their content. Left-wing people are also adding politics into their content. I'm not gonna name names. There are a lot of VTubers who do that now. And that's why VTubing, that's why, like, you know, there's a lot of sentiment that say something along the lines of fucking VTubing should have never left Japan. Because, yeah, I agree that it damages, like, you know, the neutrality of VTubing, I guess. Politics infests and divides everyone, and that's why people don't like it. And it's especially tough for people that are ESL or that doesn't live in America, because we have to put up with this bullshit and we don't actually really care about what's happening, right? Yeah, I wouldn't support slavery. Most people nowadays are lazy, and giving them free food would be considered a war crime. Yeah. I don't know anything about yeah, nobody supports slavery, right? But I don't know what you mean by free food. Do people get free food in America? Damn. So anyway, because of like her reputation and because of this tweet, Powder received this, the creator of the customizable VTuber model that she uses. She says, "Hello, we request that you no longer use this model to make extreme remarks. This is customizable VTuber model, and your controversial statements make Liz Meta users feel uncomfortable and offended. We do not insist that you delete your previous videos. It would be greatly appreciated if you do, though, but we ask that you refrain from making extreme videos using our models going forward. Otherwise, we will revoke your model usage rights." So I don't know if what this person said is actually enforceable or not. But at the same time, look, they are requesting that she does not make... How do I want to say this? She is requesting that she does not make extreme remarks. This is not this person being political, because I imagine this is just a random Chinese or Japanese fucking person who also doesn't care about what she says regarding these sorts of things, but it's impacting their business. So because it's impacting their business, they had to make this statement because of all of this, right? Yeah. I understand why she is requesting this. I don't know if what she's requesting is actually doable or enforceable. I feel like this should have been in DMs. Or maybe she did do it in DMs or something. So they sell you the license to use the model. Yeah, basically, there's a lot of customizable VTuber models out there. There was one other VTuber model that got popular last year. I forgot the name. Yeah. But people do it all the time. Yeah. And let's look at the reactions. "Thank you for finally speaking up. I was literally just about talking about how I no longer wanted to get a Liz Meta model due to not wanting to be associated with a Nazi freak." Well, I don't know if Powder is a Nazi. I feel like Nazi is like one of those things that gets thrown around willy-nilly, but yeah, maybe I just don't know too much of Powder's content, right? Like, I feel like she's different from Elfin Psyop. Elfin Psyop purposely does her shit, and it's funny. Powder, I do follow her on Twitter, but I don't think I don't think I know her too much. Not your decision to make. Get bent. Here in America, when you buy a product, it's yours forever. You don't get us to tell you what to do with our property. Go fuck your stuff. Sincerely, everyone. You're thinking about the Suica model. Oh yes, the Suica model. Yeah. Suica model. The Suica model was also like a customizable model. Yeah. It's basically also like Fillion's model, chat. Remember Fillion's model? Fillion's model was basically just some random avatar that a JP artist made. Yeah. And then, Fillion made merch off of it. Didn't have the commercial rights for it and everything. This is a different case because this is not regarding commercial stuff. This is regarding like moral. So it's different, right? But yes. We will soon add the rule, no unfriendly or hateful remarks shall be made using this model. What extreme remarks has she made? I'm curious, what extreme remarks did she make, actually?
If I were to read a political book, it would probably be
Mein Kampf. Ah, of course. Yeah, there we go. Dude, I'm mind melding. Look, I'm telling you guys, I know VTubers. I know these people.
You see,
It seems like she's just shit posting, right? Like, does she actually believe in this? Yeah, I feel like she was shit posting. I mean, I don't know this person. I only follow her around because I thought the model was good. Get a load of this fucking retard. Oh, let's look at this. It's Chinese. Oh, fucking whatever. I'm not gonna read. Oh, never. There we go. I'm using machine translated to generate the statement. Your own service terms of service conflict with this declaration, explicitly stipulating that you bear no responsibility for the actions of your. Okay, gotcha. I don't know how real this is, but you know what? That's a big gotcha moment there. Based on the licensing terms applicable in your jurisdiction, locations of the website providing the model, and the legal jurisdiction of the user's region, you are likely to lack the legal basis to revoke access. Yeah, that's what I said. It's just not enforceable. Like, there's nothing this person can excuse me. There is nothing that this person can, like, do. Yeah. I like the gold ship interaction. Which one? Oh, fuck. I lost it. I might have lost it. I mean, okay, without the framing, I'm just saying, without the framing of the political stuff going on here, which I understand you can't really remove because it's inherent to the reason the drama is as big as it is. But yeah, I think what this artist did is pretty stupid. I don't think, like, you know, at the very least, DM her about it. I feel like you kind of... Like, think about this, okay? Think about this. What can they realistically do, and how would it affect their business? The person that already dislike her because of the things that she says already won't buy her model. So I feel like if it's a damn if you do and damn if you don't situation, but it's slightly better if you don't, sort of thing. Yeah. I don't understand this stuff well enough to say what the artist can and can't do. Well, the TLDR is she can't do that. She has the right to bitch about it, but she can't do it. There's nothing she can do. She can request Powder to stop doing it or not use their model anymore, but she can't, like, sue her for using the model and making hateful remarks. They can't do anything. And you know, a lot of artists or a lot of people in VTubing may say that that's disrespectful if Powder refuses to, like, follow what the artist is asking for. But yeah, Powder only has the license for this. If I would like to think. But then again, I don't know. Let's look at their shop. Actually, I'm curious. To be fair, it's a very good customizable model. I'm gonna be honest with you. How much is it though? I think the artist was ESL and non-political. Oh yeah, no, 100%. People can't really separate politics and people can't really separate business and politics anymore. Yeah, we're unfortunately in that world now. Only $100? Well, Australian dollars. How much is that? So it's monetized content and commercial merchandising. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm half tempted to buy it now. Because it's so cheap. It's actually super cheap. What the fuck? Now I want to buy it. How much was Suika's model, actually? How much was the Suika model? Oh, here we go. VGen. Ah, flashbang. It's also somewhere around the same price? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now I kind of want to buy it. Chat, which one is the better model? Is it this one or this one? I mean, maybe you guys don't know that because you're not VTubers, but like... Wow! Both come rigged? Seems like it, yeah. Oh shit. Can you see a video? Hold on, I want to see now. I want to see now, chat. I'm sorry. We're going to go on a tangent. Suika's model seems like it's more painterly. Like it's more Chinese style. This one is also Chinese, but it looks Japanified. Does that make sense? Right? So I think it's all up to taste at that point. Yeah. Wait a minute. Some evil thoughts here now. Yeah, look, see? You can tell if it's Chinese, by the way, chat, based on the eyes. So Chinese art styles usually have a very, like, realistic focus on the eyes, but then everything else is 2D-ish. So that's why I say it looks painterly. When you see these sorts of eyes, you can usually tell it's Chinese, or at least it's built in the Chinese style. I don't know if Suika is Chinese or not, but it just looks that way. Whereas Japan style is more like this. It's more solid colored and 2D-ified, right? Like, yeah. Okay. That's kind of cool. Claim to be pissed. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Yeah, claim to be piss elemental. Oh my, you actually got my... I actually got what I was thinking there. I wanted to do a skit where there's going to be like poop man versus piss man and make it a shit post. Oh, you can make it... Okay, you can make it like... What's this called? When you have two eyes? I forgot. Oh, you have fangs. Gotcha. Oh, there's like... Oh! Gotcha. Homophobia eyes? True. Heterochromia? No, it's homophobia. Yeah. Yeah, you can have homophobia eyes. Gotcha. Oh, I can hear the toggles. Oh, there's ears. Oh. Oh, we can have piss demon and poop demon. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have to mute you. I imagine you also have the same features, right? Oh, she does. They have different features, but it's almost the same thing. Gotcha. Okay. That's a lot of stuff for just $200. Well, I mean, there's a caveat to that. The reason why it's that cheap is because if you look at both, no commercial merchandising. You are actually not allowed to make merch if you just use custom models. That's why. Yeah. This is purely just for streaming. That's why if you want to get merch, you want to monetize yourself further, yeah, fucking get a custom person to do it. 158 units sold. Actually, hold on. Now I'm curious. 185 USD. 185 AOD to USD. Come on. 100. Okay, let's round that up to 130. 130 times. How much money did they make? 158. 1586. Okay, 1586. Oh my god, that's crazy. They made 200 grand from this. That's kinda huge, actually. And when did they release this? Let's look at the listing time. When did they release? Hold on. Let's look at your profile. They made 200 grand from this. That's crazy. November 2025? They made 200 grand within 4 fucking months. Holy shit. Wow. Good for you. What's your currency called, Ian? PHP. That's some good money. Yeah. All right. How about Suica then? How much is 195? 195 AUD to USD. Also, okay, let's round this up to 130 still. 130, actually, 135. The $5 is important. 135 times 58883. 5883. Whoa! Almost 800. Shit. When did Suica release this? I remember it was released like sometime last year. No, sorry, not last year. In 2024, right? So, Suica VTuber model release. Like, she made a tweet about this. I want to see. February 2025. So, literally, like a year ago. Oh my god. Dude, good for you guys. So it was actually last year. Good for you guys. Good. Yeah, cheap model makers genuinely make a shit ton of money. Like, even without Felian, Jingo's 3D model probably sold at 10k at like 45 bucks a pop. Yeah, it's because there's a huge... I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. There are, yes, a lot of... There are only a few people in the VTubing space that's willing to pay more than 5 grand for a rigged and art for a VTuber model. But there are a lot of VTubers that wants to pay $500 for a rigged and an arted model, right? Catering to the poor people, to the people that just wants to try out VTubing, that way, like, the investment that they have, the investment and the money that they'll pour into this like side project or hobby will not be that much, is actually a move that made China rich. You know what I mean? The reason why China got rich, chat, is because a lot of people wanted cheap stuff. And boom, there's a lot of people all over the world that wants cheap stuff. They may not have the quality of, like, fucking the genuine articles, but they're, quote, good enough. I think in the middle class economy, good enough is good enough to make you rich. If I'm going to start a business, I would appeal to that sort of market. Yeah. Temu? Yeah, there's a reason why Temu got so fucking large. Yeah. So hey, congratulations, Charlize. Good for you. For releasing something within 4 months and already getting like 200 grand. That's insane. Jesus. Yeah. Now I want to buy one, chat. I want to fucking buy one. From what I know, Nanolus is working on a custom one too. Yeah, and I expect Nanolus's custom model to pop the fuck off. Because it's Nanolus. She's very popular. Yeah. They saw Suica do it, and everybody wanted to do it. Jesus. I salute you, Suica. I actually do. At this point, it's a matter of taste. I think to stand out in this market, maybe you should probably make yourself look better. There's a male one being worked as well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good one. Good luck selling that shit out. It's probably not gonna sell as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I mean, hey man, the unfortunate truth of the industry is that males are a very small market in VTubing. Yeah. There are infinitely more females that are willing to pay for this shit. I mean, yeah. Now I wanna buy one. Which one should I get? I mean, chat, I don't care if... Okay, look. Yes, this artist did something stupid, right? But that person doing something stupid does not detract from the fact that it seems like her work is good. So, to me, quality will always be like the ultimate determiner for the product that I'll purchase. So now I'm curious. Who do I want to buy? I actually will buy it. Do I want the Suica model or this model? It seems like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I prefer this one, cause I like Suica's model, but I don't think I dig the painterly eye style thing. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it. Get the powder one so you can stir free drama. Well, yeah, true. But at the same time, it's not like I even did it just to support powder, you know? If it's good content, it's good content. Imagine the artist calls you out. That's free publicity. I want the poop man and the piss man jokes, bro. Gotcha. So, question. Are there big VTubers that have custom models aside from Filian? Is Powder even a big VTuber? Hold on. There's a difference between like very relevant on Twitter because your tweets pop the fuck off, and then there's a difference about your viewership. Let's look at your viewership. Are you a big VTuber, Powder? 2 to 3 view? It seems like Liz's model has more assets that you can wear, where Suica is more on how your body will look. So Suica has like more body shape customizability, you mean? $60K. $60K is not that bad. Oh, you know what? I'm retarded. Twitch tracker. I wanna see if there are actually big VTubers with customizable models. Because I wanna see how far they went with it, and what they intend to do for their merch, if anything. 350 viewers. Okay, gotcha. One Finana. It seems like she's been having a big following since 2023. So it's not like she's popping off. This is oh, something happened in March. It's not like she's popping off. This is her like normal this is her average viewership. Gotcha. Why don't you have a mascot, Dian? I am a mascot. Look at my fucking ass. Okay, understood. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh god. I love and hate this Tectone face rather. Because it's so funny. My brother in Christ got 1 Finana too. Yeah, 1 Finana is also my average. But I feel like for a streamer my size, 1 Finana is good. I'm worth 1 Finana. VTubers if racist pedophiles didn't exist. Okay. Can people stop okay with this V prostitute? Oh wow. Oh wow, that's a lot. Spewing regurgitated takes they heard from fat chuds on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. I might buy one of these. I don't know which one first. I'm leaning towards this person because I think I like her model better. But I have to see how I'm gonna use it first. Because I want to use it for multiple fucking you know, multiple ideas. And at the same time, right? At the same time, even if I can customize and use it, as a regular for my VTuber thing, it will always look like news. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like whenever I'm gonna get one of these like customizable models, it will all tie back to like the news model. I like my fucking I love my white-haired air vents in the hair, bangs, red-eyed, slightly thick thighs, feet showing, bralette, jacket, VTuber model. I'm a sucker for that. Yeah. I do. So, fuck me in the ass, I guess. Just put news back on? I can't put news back on because the news model is hers now. Like, I can do it right now, right? Like, I ta-da! But I can't use it because, you know, it's hers. Like, I gave it to her. I mean, literally get her to come on. Oh, I don't know if she's awake right now. She's probably asleep. She appears offline to me. Yeah, probably not. Do not your VTuber model. True. True. Let's see. What's the last thing we want to react to? So we talked about the Tectone drama. We talked about the Ina drama. Yeah, okay. Wait. Boom. We're going to watch this. Because this, I want to watch this. Because I have no idea what's going on in the... Well, I mean... To be fair, I do have an idea of what's going on in the US. A little bit, but not that much. I only know... I know the stuff that's happening in the US via osmosis. I see people posting about it. I see people shit posting about it. But the things that I see, I have a very warped perception of the US. Because most of the US politics that I see are shit posts. And... I feel bad for it sometimes because if I see shit posts, I trivialize the matter, right? Like, for example, the Diddy versus Epstein fight. Like, that's how I consume my US politics. That's how I know something is happening right now. Yeah. And I feel like it's a bit unfair for the US because, like, a lot of countries are fucked up right now, right? A lot of countries are fucked up right now, but because the US is the biggest country in the world and a lot of the attention is focused on them, their politics and the shit going on in there is always going to be the biggest talking point. We can't avoid it. The US at the moment is the main character of politics. And like general discussion for a good reason, right? And that's why I want to see my memes. So yeah, let's look at this.
Hello friends, my name is Shoe on Head, and welcome to my new series, The Hell World Report.
Hi, Shoe.
Some of you may remember my old series that was just called Hell World. If you do, you can qualify for a veterans discount. Congratulations! And if you remember the Gamergate days, well,
Hi.
Please come collect your retirement. But yeah, if you have not seen my old series, go check it out. I will put the link to the playlist down below. I think it's a really interesting time capsule into the years 2020 and 2021. Like, how crazy it was back then, and then in retrospect comparing it to how crazy it is now. But this is a shorter, more condensed version of that series. Think of it as a Temu, Jon Stewart, or Stephen Colbert before they morphed into the same flavor of shitlib. You see, I'm better than those late night Jimmies because I don't get my news from mainstream sources like some kind of hack.
I get it from shit posts on Twitter.
I get them from far more reputable places like Instagram Reels and Femboy Groyper 69
I thought we were mind melding for a sec there.
on Twitter. From furry ballrooms and the Epstein files to OnlyFans green cards and kidnapping foreign leaders, from government-funded purple-haired girlfriends to a potential civil war, we have a very packed show.
Oh, by the way, I saw that whole fucking thing about how the US kidnapped like the Venezuelan president. Maybe it's like politically the wrong thing to think this way, but when I saw that, I was like, holy shit. That's like 40% of the military, 40% of the money, the national budget, you know, being sunk in there. Yeah, you would expect, right, that if you're pouring that much resources into your military, you've gotta be fucking Gojo Satoru when it comes to like doing political activities. Like, if you can't perform any lower than that, then what the fuck are you doing with your money? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Today. It has been a crazy year, and it is only January. As I am filming this, we are currently having a huge winter storm.
This morning, snow, ice, and frigid temperatures sweeping across the nation. 20 states under a state of emergency.
Ah yes, perfect
I feel
weather
bad for
to make
that.
some poor immigrant deliver me chicken tendies. It's so
They can microwave you from a distance. The US needs to be able to pinpoint my exact fucking location and lob a spear through my neck. That's how I expect your fucking military is OP to be, okay?
That Michigan and Minnesota received reports about exploding trees. Leftists said no more ice, and God said...
Oh my god,
anyway,
wait!
in news that should have stayed in 2016. Apparently, there is a new term women have coined called man-keeping. Man-keeping is why women are done with dating.
What?
Researchers at Stanford have finally given a name to something many women have been dealing with for years. It's called man-keeping, and it's helping explain why so many women are stepping away from dating altogether. Man-keeping describes the emotional labor women end up doing in heterosexual relationships. It goes beyond remembering birthdays or coordinating social plans. It means being your partner's one-man support system, managing his stress, interpreting his moods, holding his hand through feelings he won't share with anyone else. All of it unpaid, unacknowledged, and often unreciprocated. I hate this therapy speak people talk with nowadays. Emotional labor? You mean being there for your partner? This is why so—
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't that like the basic thing you need to kind of do in a relationship? I feel like I'm retarded.
so many people are just gonna start dating ChatGPT.
I hate this because sometimes when I form an opinion, I think I'm the retarded one. But then when like I look it up and I'm the correct one and I was actually right, now I want to call other people retarded, but then I would get cancelled if I did that.
People thought men were gonna be the ones dating AI. No. They're gonna be the ones with these sex robots. Women are the ones who want the daily affirmation machines. Yes, honey, I love when you talk about all the drama at work. Tell me more about that bitch Veronica. Man-spreading, mansplaining, man-interrupting, man-keeping, manscaping. Speaking of manscaping.
Oh god.
Before we dive into the news, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor.
It's
a sponsor that
it's
can
a
help
bit.
you with your manscaping. Henson Shaving.
Come on, dude.
For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed.
She changed race. What's going on here?
Dive into the news. Let's quickly give a shout out.
How did she change her race?
A sponsor.
She went from a Japanese fucking office worker
A sponsor that can help you with your manscaping.
into
Henson Shaving. For the last few
into an Aryan fucking Norwegian princess. What the fuck? Ex-military here? Look up synthetic aperture radar, SAR. The feds can pick up your fixed... What? I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up privately. That's that's fucking amazing.
decades, razors
True, she changed her VTuber model. Yeah.
designed to work better, they've been designed to be marketed better. More blades, more features, more gimmicks, and skin irritation is just something you're told to deal with. A big cause for that irritation is blade flex. Most razors use springs to let the blades move as you shave. That causes extra friction and razor burn, so people use aftershave, cold water, moisturizer, whatever. They fix the symptoms instead of the cause. But the question nobody asks is, should the blade actually move? How do we fix the actual problem? That's where Henson Shaving comes in. By fully supporting a two-sided blade,
fucking hate
all
Shu.
across its length
Sorry, man. Reacting to Shu is the popular thing to do right now. I need content, and you know, her takes are okay.
Degree angle, they hold the blade in place to
and low-key, I think she's kind of hot.
Any bouncing, skipping, just giving you an irritation-free shave. No springs, no movement, no reason to compensate with pressure. What separates Henson is the precision behind their design. With their Henson AL13 safety razor being manufactured in the same aerospace machine shop that built parts for the International Space Station. This level of precision allows the blade to extend just 1/1000th of an inch beyond the shave plane.
Whoa.
Less than the thickness of a human hair. Since I switched to Henson like almost 2 years ago now, I've noticed my shaves have been way silkier and smoother. No tugging, no cuts, just a close shave that feels great on my skin. And here's the best part. Once you invest in a Henson razor, it is a lifetime purchase. The only thing you'll need to
That's not a lifetime purchase for me because I'd probably lose it in 3 weeks.
Place is the blades, which cost 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll only be spending like
that's fucking expensive. A single razor blade is 10 cents each? That's a fucking scam and a half. Holy shit. What are you guys doing in America? What the fuck?
Cost of buying those little plastic cartridges. Also, the Henson store offers a bunch of different colors, so you can pick out the razor that best suits your vibe. So if you're tired of razor burn, skin irritation, and paying for overpriced
How do you lose a razor? I just do. That's why I get the cheap ones. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now, little DN lore drop. I'm very forgetful. Like, forgetful in the way that is actually like low-key dangerous to myself. I forget where I put my things. And even if I put it in a drawer, I don't remember which drawer, or I might have forgotten to put it in the drawer in the first place. Yeah.
Blades. Henson Shaving.
But at least in PH, one razor is only like half a cent. Half a US dollar. I can get like a one razor for half a cent.
Is definitely worth checking out. Just head over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and 100 blades to your cart. Then enter the code SHOE at checkout to get the blades free with your purchase. Big thanks to Henson Shaving for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, as always, for not skipping the ad. You didn't.
You're welcome.
Now, let's get back to the video.
Change race again.
Alright.
I like you, Japanese.
Let's start with some good news. The median age of home buyers is now 59. But that's not all. America's seniors will now see a new $6,000 bonus exemption as part of the Working Families Tax Cut. That's $93 billion in tax cuts for seniors all over the country.
That's good.
And by Working Families Tax Cut, they mean you, the working family. Giving another $1 billion wealth transfer to the most oppressed class. Boomers, why are we giving...
I agree. Wait a minute. No, that's a good thing, right? Or is it only specific boomers?
These geriatric f***s another tax break. Maybe they should pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Maybe they should stop buying so much avocado toast. God forbid we help young families raise the next generation of Americans.
Gotcha.
No, that...
Understood. So they're giving it to boomers instead of giving it to the next generation. Gotcha.
Be communism. Young people are poor as f*** nowadays. What are they supposed to do?
True.
Piper Raquel, 18, claims she made $2.9 million in a single day after launching OnlyFans.
Oh my god. You know the reason why that happened?
Young people are poor as f*** nowadays.
I'll tell you how.
Piper Raquel,
18 is the reason why this happened.
18, claims she made $2.9 million in a single day after launching OnlyFans. it. No more rights. No more women's rights. I am ready for the Islamic Revolution. Mayor Memdani, please press the Islamification button. I know the go-to joke is always, haha, women, am I right?
Yeah.
But I think the real question here is, should men be allowed to have credit cards? This woman didn't magically create millions of dollars with her mind out of thin air. No. Millions of men have made this woman a millionaire overnight. Where's the accountability for that? I'm out here policing the whores. We need some men to be out there policing.
You can't say that's true.
Simps. We have a simp epidemic. Simps are out of control.
Yes.
Not all of them though.
I agree.
Mine are cool. They can stay. Also, isn't this like the third OnlyFans 18th birthday announcement?
Yes.
And the woman turns into a millionaire overnight?
Yes.
Someone a little sus about that. But don't worry, thanks to AI, we are entering a new age of goonerism.
Oh god, I hate this topic. Oh my god! Wait a minute, I should do this. That's
Honestly,
so good,
what's
actually.
The big deal? Men are already talking to the guys in India who run the accounts of OnlyFans models. Is this really any different? The internet is slowly but surely just becoming Indian men.
Isn't that VTubing but not anime?
Scamming other Indian men. But don't worry, not every internet waifu is a man using AI. In fact, if you live in the UK, you may get a state-funded, far-right, purple-haired waifu. Introducing Pathways,
I heard of this.
point-and-click video game created by the UK government to help prevent
I heard of this. I've heard tidbits of this, but I've heard of it.
Pathways is an educational visual novel and learning experience created by the UK media company Shout Out UK, with funding from UK government's Prevent program run by the Home Office. The game is meant to teach the youth about dangers of radicalization and extremism in both real life and online. This is done by putting the players in a role of a character named Charlie, who must navigate 6 different scenarios relating to extremism. In the second scenario, the player is introduced to the character Amelia, a staunch anti-immigration protester depicted as a goth girl with purple hair, a pink dress, and a choker. And the internet instantly...
Why would you do that? Depicted as a goth girl with purple hair, pink dress, and a choker. Why would you do that? Is the UK government retarded? Why would you do that? Look, there is a reason why when you want to spread propaganda, you make the enemy, like, you know, think of all the US propaganda that you've ever made in your entire, that you've ever consumed or seen in your entire fucking life. The enemy is always ugly. You want to make the enemy look bad. Don't turn her into a goth girl with purple hair and a pink dress and a choker. Are you retarded? Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you, August. The VTuber leaflet made a trailer about Amelia. Oh.
As a goth girl with purple hair, a pink dress, and a choker. And the internet instantly fell in love with her. It's like they made her have short purple hair thinking that that would prevent this from happening. But the UK failed to consider the fact that conservatives love art hoes. They act like they don't, they'll deny it, they'll pretend they just want a blonde traditional housewife. True. But deep down, every conservative wants a woman who looks like this, who says the N-word.
Oh, not just that too. You should have, you could have also put in a Latina or a Southeast Asian or a Chinese person. I've noticed a pattern in conservatives through not just memes, by the way. I see this in a lot of fucking shit posts. Okay, not shit posts, sorry. In a lot of serious discussion by whenever I see like a leftist and a progressive and a Republican or conservative argue online. Conservatives are all about white, deport these fucking, people back. All these sorts of things, but then their wives, the girlfriends, the people they wanna fuck are usually always like Filipino, Chinese, Latina, all this sort of shit. Never ask a racist about their girlfriend's race. Exactly. That is a pattern. And I'm curious behind the psychology of it. I really am. What causes the hate, but at the same time, what causes the lust? Maybe those two things are intertwined. No idea. But I'm curious about, I wish there was like some research paper. There probably is on that, but like, I haven't seen it yet.
Government-funded video games. Incredible. At least our government doesn't do weird shit like that. No, our government is very normal.
True. The US government is indeed normal.
Believe it or not, Mar-a-Lago Furry Party was on my 2026 bingo card.
Okay.
I miss when this weird shit was just done underground. I miss when these parties were secret. Speaking of, the Epstein files were released.
True.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
The things they are showing us are eerie enough. I couldn't imagine the things that they're redacting. It is absolutely disgusting that these powerful people are still being protected. We as a country should be extremely concerned about an international child trafficking ring.
She removed the
This is
background.
not just something we all move from.
She removed the background music, so it's serious.
And we kidnapped the president of Venezuela.
Oh, good.
Breaking just now, Maduro, the president says, has been captured.
Maduro has been captured and flown out of the country.
In total, more than 150 aircraft, bombers, fighters, intelligence, reconnaissance, surveillance, rotary.
They did a blitzkrieg. Hitler would have been fucking reeling in his grave right now.
We were in the air last night.
First pictures of Nicolas Maduro on the Iwo Jima that he was being transferred on.
Trump voters voted to fix the economy and to afford homes again. They didn't vote to kidnap communists in the middle of the night. Actually, they probably did vote for that.
Yeah, probably.
Never mind.
The oil companies
Ivan, Iron Fist, thank you. Conservatives don't have issues on non-whites. They just don't like 200-kilogram hogs. On the other hand, liberals almost never race mix. I don't know about that. I see a lot of, like, at least the liberals that I've seen and the liberals that I'm friends with, they're usually either, like, they're super race mixed. They are. Even the white women that I know, either Latino men, Asian men, never, sometimes, I mean, I occasionally see the white men too, but, like, you know, they're... At least that's my experience. I don't know about like other people.
They go in, they're going to spend money. We're going to take back the oil that.
Thank you for the super chat, by the way.
We should have taken back a long time ago.
Holy shit.
Oh, Greenland.
This is the most transparent administration in history. They weren't lying. I don't know if it's the Stockholm Syndrome or what, but it's almost refreshing to hear a leader say, yeah, this is about oil. Like, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for just saying it's about oil. Thank you for not pretending it's about saving democracy and just doing imperialism the old-fashioned way.
At least they're honest about it.
We have such terrible Middle Eastern war fatigue that it was shocking to not hear about how Venezuela is just...
Yeah, the Greenland shit is so frustrating. It is. I feel like the US kind of got retarded for a bit when they started saying like the Greenland belongs to them, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck are you yapping about?
Or freedoms or some shit. Like, no, it's just for ExxonMobil. Like, okay, carry on. The US used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees, bleeding through their nose and vomiting blood during the daring raid to capture dictator Nicolas Maduro.
Some sort of space aids?
If you're wondering why we don't have healthcare, this is why. We have invisible
Military.
laser beams that can make people bleed out their eyes.
Space aids.
Apparently, directed energy weapons are real. The Goy beam is real. Deep state pedophiles are real. Havana syndrome is real. Hell,
I feel like the reason why like all the governments or like most governments in the US has not released the Epstein files is because every single person in most administration was probably in some shape or form involved. Both Republicans and Democrats were in it. A lot of people were in it. And yeah.
It's almost like being a conspiracy theorist is just another word for being correct too early. What's next? COVID was fake?
And I feel like nobody is going to absolutely get arrested for the Epstein files. Right? Bill Gates got fucking exposed in there. I don't see Bill Gates getting arrested. Right? Because the fact of the matter is, powerful people that Americans voted for and are currently in office and will be in office in the future are ultimately going to be the ones deciding on whether or not anybody in the Epstein files are gonna get arrested. At this point, nobody is. Nobody's getting arrested, I'd like to think.
There have been significant developments in the last 5 to 7 years on social, environment, and technology fronts that could help realize My Carbon initiatives for shaping the future towards smart and sustainable cities. COVID-19 was the test of social responsibility.
What?
A huge number of unimaginable restrictions for public health were adopted by billions of citizens across the world. There were numerous examples globally of maintaining social distancing, wearing masks, mass vaccinations, and acceptance of contact tracing applications for public health. which demonstrated the core of individual social responsibility. Oh, sorry, I just owe many people many apologies.
Gotcha.
Anyway, Venezuela has no president. Who is going to run Venezuela?
So we are going to run the country.
A few moments later.
Hola amigos, yo soy su nuevo presidente, el señor Donald J. Trump.
Can we maybe just fix our country first?
I would respect Trump if he actually did that, by the way.
Can we fix our broken infrastructure, our education system?
I love a politician with a good sense of humor.
Little nation building in this nation.
That would have been based.
Get a little regime change in our own country, please. And you know, with modern American nation building comes refugees.
Okay.
So who is gonna take in these Venezuelan refugees? Are we? Only the hot ones, apparently. United States increasingly issuing work visas to OnlyFans models based on level of audience reach, according to the Financial Times. Imagine being an immigrant from like some poor country, working your ass off to get a work visa in the United States, when all you had to do was bend over and show hole. Big booty Latinas to the front, tortas to the back.
Oh my god.
Anyway, na boo boo, my president can kidnap your president. We're invincible. We can regime change anyone we want. Who's next? Canada, Greenland, Cuba? Cuba's literacy rates are higher than ours. Maybe they should come liberate our
Oh my
dumbasses.
god.
Kids are swiping on books. But it, the Don Roe Doctrine,
Oh
baby.
my
Let's
god.
go. America is back. Dick Cheney is looking up at us smiling.
You just wait for Cuba. Cuba is a communist dictatorship. Their days are numbered.
Trump,
okay, buddy.
Listen to me. Wait, Trump doesn't watch this shit. Vance, listen to me. Get people like Lindsey Graham far away from anyone in power right now. This little Venezuela stunt was cute, but we are not touching any other country. We are not touching the Middle
Why are we
East.
watching Shu? I thought you didn't care about US politics. Oh, because I wanted to laugh at US politics. I don't care about it. I just like to laugh at it.
Especially. No more Middle East. We all have Middle East fatigue. We are done.
Do we? We do?
Put into perspective, just how weird it was that we were there like for 20 years. You mean we could have just been in and out in a few hours? I guess those poppy fields couldn't maintain themselves though. Anyway.
True. How come we fucking blitzkrieg, they fucking blitzkrieg Venezuela, but they can't blitzkrieg anyone else?
Anyway.
Ow, sorry, that loud. Gotcha, so people are celebrating.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. But did you forget to check in with Lilith, the barista from Bushwick, and see how she feels about this?
Trump said the United States will be running Venezuela! Woo! A colony! Woo! Imperialism! All for what? So a fucking multinational corporation can get profit!
You know what's...
Please don't do that. Look, man, look. If you want anybody to be sympathetic to your cause, do not do that. Do not do that. You know how Jesus Christ converted Rome into, converted Rome into a fucking into like Christians? He was calm and he died. Okay? You know how, who was that Protestant in fucking India that also died? Yeah. You have a point to come across. You want to make a point come across properly. Maybe don't have a mental breakdown. Gandhi. Maybe don't have a mental breakdown.
What's funny is I basically said the exact same thing this person said, but I said it less loudly. She
Exactly.
has a nose ring and I don't, so I'm right and she's wrong. End of story. I guess this is just what happens when you dismantle the soft power of things like USAID. We're no
Sure.
longer doing secret regime change operations behind the scenes. Now we're just straight up kidnapping other world leaders in the dead of night and just saying it's about oil, which honestly kind of makes me believe it's not about oil. They're never that blatant, right? I mean, what could it be? Like, Israel isn't behind this one, right?
The implications here are really great for the Venezuelan.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want my take on this, which you guys shouldn't care about, I think the reason why a lot of people don't necessarily like the implications of this, even if there are a lot of Venezuelans celebrating, is because if the US can do that so easily, it is scary for literally any other country. The prospect that the US can do that to anyone is scary. Right? Yeah.
People.
Oh, God damn it. You know, people say I have Israel derangement syndrome, but I'm sorry, I can't help it when they get on TV and say like this.
No, it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it. And quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms. All the social platforms.
Are you for real?
To stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online.
We need to stop everyone.
And take control over what they are saying based.
Is the person who said this a Jew? That's the point, right? Like that's why Shu mentioned it earlier. This person's a Jew.
On that ranking,
the government.
The government should
control social media.
Yeah, should do that.
Try explaining that to someone without showing them the video. Go ahead. Yeah, there's a Jewish billionaire named Shlomo who wants to control the internet.
Oh God, of course.
Okay, man, you're in too deep. No more Instagram reels for you. Anyway, you should have just let us play video games. Now we're perp walking the president of Venezuela down the streets of New York City. But hey, leftists, just think of it this way. By bombing and kidnapping, instead of just doing the usual covert psyops, we saved maybe, what? $1 billion? $1 billion that could go to other, more important things, like defense contractors' stock buybacks and...
You got a problem with Jews, Nusagi? No, I think the word Jews is funny.
Daycares, apparently.
It's like Flip, right? The Jew is like the Flip version of Israel. Like, I would, instead of calling them Israeli, I'd rather call them Jew. The same way I'd, instead of calling people Filipino, I'd call them a Flip. Or instead of, an Indonesian, I call an Indo.
A YouTuber, Nick Shirley, back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video. Shirley tries to open locked doors.
That's just restarted.
And talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds.
The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers.
It's not like Nick Shirley was the first person to expose this either, but now it exploded. And the fallout has been bizarre, to say the least. The funniest part had to be when the infamous Luring Center claimed to have been broken into the night this all went viral.
Unfortunately, we saw that
I don't know anything about this.
There was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book.
Wait, I don't know anything about this. What's he talking about? So this is like some sort of fucking scam, and apparently the place got robbed, and the person is saying, "Yeah, no, every documentation was robbed." Wait, how does that work? What? Am I retarded?
This is devastating news.
Oh no, somebody broke into the daycare and stole all the paperwork we needed to prove we are a legit operation.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Ignore my suspicious exact paperwork we need to prove we are a legit operation shaped belly. Listen, no hate to the Somalians, but when my family came here 100 years ago, we did organized crime the right way. We would have had tin walls and cement shoes at the bottom of Lake Superior. This is just sad. This is cartoonishly pathetic. Listen, nobody is going to want to support government programs if they think it's all going to like this. If you want people to support a welfare state, you have to make sure that welfare is actually going to real things that help real people. Listen, it's already hard enough to convince a right-wing audience that there's more to leftism than Reddit and butt sex. Now I have to convince them the wealth redistribution I advocate for isn't all going to Somalian welfare pirates. Thanks.
That is true.
That money should be spent on more important things like New Gaza. That's
if there was like a welfare program that I think needs a lot of attention for, I would like to think it's giving a lot of privileges to teachers. Like education in general, I would like to think. Not just in the US, but everywhere in the world. Because it's like, when you think about it, like it serves, if the teacher serves the ultimate end goal of America, then isn't that something that they should do? You can spread propaganda in other countries if you just, also fund their teachers, but at the same time fund your teachers. Like, I feel like we need a little bit more soft power here. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's right, the World Economic Forum and Jared Kushner are proud to present New Gaza. Yes, the demolition project is finally complete, folks. Time to build a sweet green and
Stop being reasonable.
Branch on top of the bodies of thousands of dead children. Hell is not hot enough, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what that is.
Hell is not hot enough. Anyway, because of all this fraud stuff, Tim Walz is stepping down, which is sad to see because he has to be one of my favorite characters in modern America lore. The first white male DEI hire, the last white dude for Kamala Harris. A dying breed. But hey, maybe this marks an official end to the Kamala Harris era, and we can move on and focus on rebuilding the Democratic Party to something more. Harris stepping toward another White House run. No. We are not doing this. No.
Okay.
I swear to God, the Democratic Party is like an old friend addicted to heroin or something. You want to help them, you do everything you can to help them, but they don't listen. They keep doing stupid things and hurting themselves. But
I think, no, I don't think that's okay, so I don't think that's something that's exclusive in to America and to the Democrats. I see this everywhere in politics. I really do. There is usually only one or two people that everybody wants to go behind in support when it comes to like supporting a party and they want as a president. Realistically, right? Think about it. Let's go to the other side. Think about it. Aside from Donald Trump, who's realistically going to be a good leader for the Republicans? The same case is in the Philippines, right? Like, in the Philippines, who's realistically going to be like the other like better representative in the Duterte dynasty? There's nobody else. It's going to be Sara. There's nobody else. Like this happens everywhere. I don't think this is a Democrat thing.
you just can't give up on them. You can't. You want to see them get better. You know deep down they could be how they used to be. But it's hopeless. And all your other friends keep saying to you, just forget them. Just forget them. It's not worth it. Come hang out with us instead.
Good leader? More like good attracting candidate. Yeah, no, sorry. That's what I mean. Like, what I mean by good is like, who is the most like serving of their blah, blah, blah.
Friends are on crack. Those friends are on crack cocaine. But this Minneapolis fraud thing is looking pretty bad for Tim Walz and the Democrats. People aren't just gonna forget about this, and an ICE officer just shot a woman in the face in Minneapolis.
You can hear the agents tell the woman to get out of the car and approach the SUV. The woman then drives forward. That's when the shots are fired, the car crashing.
As I was writing this video, an innocent woman was picking her kids up from school when an ICE officer jumped in front of her car and randomly shot her in the face. Or an angry protester was blocking the road and tried to run over an ICE officer with her car, so he shot in self-defense. Depends on how you look at it. Depends on...
Hard to say. I always kind of want to assume it's self-defense. Because most of the time, it's always self-defense.
On how you voted, apparently.
But I don't know.
The way I see it, this
I don't know the
woman
story.
was not trying to hit him. She was not trying to run him over. I think she was trying to drive away. And in
Sure.
an alternate universe, he dodges the car and she drives away. And it's
Sure.
easy to be like, oh, in hindsight, he should have done this. He should have done that. That's like so much of the discourse right now I'm seeing is just in hindsight.
It's retarded. I think that sort of discourse is retarded. I feel like instead of doing... Face the reality and how you do with it instead of arguing over what could have happened. I say that for petty, stupid... I do that for stupid, petty drama, but when it comes to serious issues like what these Americans are going through, I feel like talking about it like that is not productive. Those are two fucking retarded monkeys just fighting over what... Like I don't know, that's stupid.
Take this in hindsight, that, and it's easy for us to say in hindsight, you know, after the fact. It's easy to say he could have, he should have, but all
yeah,
we
you know,
saw
in
was a
hindsight, these people should have not fucking went outside. Like it's bullshit, right now.
Are revving up and going towards him. This has been one of the most insane political Rorschach tests I've ever seen in my life. It really all comes down to how you view ICE and police officers in general. Many,
yeah, because if you
all.
support ICE, you will always support ICE. If you don't support ICE, you will always not support ICE. That's the extent of the political discourse, or any discourse for that matter, in the internet has become. Yeah. That's why I choose to laugh at it now.
Leftists view ICE as completely illegitimate. Same with the police, they want to abolish both. So you're not going to get a real unbiased conversation.
I feel like that's generalizing, but okay.
Those people. Because why the f should a protester respect ICE in the first place? And many, not all, conservatives tend to be complete and utter fucking bootlickers. Completely unable to criticize anything the police do.
Okay.
ICE can do no wrong. Don't tread on me becomes tread harder, daddy, real fast. This is extremely aggravating discourse.
I see that a lot. Yeah, I see that a lot. Yeah.
You should be questioning anyone who takes a really firm, hard stance either way and like can't fathom how the other side is seeing what they are seeing. The first episode of my old Hell World series was actually all about police brutality. It was all about police brutality towards innocent protesters.
Sure.
I was a little more ACAB-y back then.
What does that
I was a
mean?
little more libbed the f*** out back then. But hey, to be fair to me back then, that is what happens when you live in the sheltered suburbs of Long Island in your parents' basement versus having a kid and living in the city for 4 years.
You're married? I can't believe this. I'm gonna unsubscribe. Look, I'm gonna subscribe, and then I'm gonna unsubscribe. You're married and you have kids? Your pussy is loose? Get the fuck out of
The
here.
police are a taxpayer-funded HR department for structural violence.
Closing the vid
They
right
exist
now,
solely
true.
to protect the rights of private property. Yeah, we need more police. Police are good. Police are great. Give the police more guns. More guns. Give them more guns. Tanks. Tanks, even.
Sure.
My overall opinion is still basically the same. I'm very critical of the police. I am
Did
very
you forget
pro
about this
First
already?
Amendment. Protesting is a fundamental American right, and we can't just go around labeling protesters domestic terrorists. That is an insane, slippery slope. And if you
I think we need a little bit of that right now in the PH. I think, yeah. I think in general, I feel like a lot of people got so a lot of people are so like a lot of bullshit are happening in their own countries and they don't do anything about it.
support that, I promise you will come back to bite you in the ass. So good luck in 2028 when President Newsom knocks you up.
Are there protests in PH? There are, but it's useless. It's protests that don't mean anything. It's protests that are not productive. At least in my opinion.
Whoa, knocks you up. Whoa, what's going on here? Good luck in 2028 when President Newsom locks you up for protesting against mandatory forced feminization or whatever the f it is Democrats do. What do they do? Nothing. They do nothing. I don't f***ing know. I left this joke blank. Something pronouns. Like, God forbid the state ever turns me into
So
Swiss
wait, Shu is a Republican now?
cheese and the president's like, she was a radical leftist lunatic. The people called her Kami Mommy. Can you believe that, folks? Kami Mommy. Sad. And some people were like,
That's a poor
mocking
Trump
this woman,
impression.
celebrating it. And then when people were like, what the f***, they were like, well, you got Charlie Kirk, so now we got one of your guys. Is that what we're doing now? We're just gonna keep killing each other back and forth? Is that what this is now? Like some kind of civil war? Who gets me in the national divorce? Hell yeah, 2 Christmases. Like,
What
you
the fuck?
agreed with me when I was upset about the reactions people had about Charlie Kirk, and then you're over here like, boo-hoo, she was a stupid libtard.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Somebody stop me. I'm about to say something controversial. I'm gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I think my take when it comes to a lot of things is that it's okay to make fun of everything. Everything should be comedic, right? It's all according to context. Nobody should... I don't want to support or I respect the grieving of a person dying, but at the same time, I think people making fun of Charlie Kirk's death is funny. Yeah. I think so. You know, we are Charlie Kirk stuff. Yeah. That's a mid-take. I don't know about that. A lot of people get super upset when so there's a lot of people on Twitter that are like, you know, there's a lot of people on Twitter that makes fun of like atrocities or like certain stuff that happens to people or groups that they don't like. But when somebody else makes fun of atrocities or something bad that happens that is personal to them or towards their group or towards something they like, they throw a tantrum and bitch about it. Like, I see that all the time in Twitter. And for Charlie Kirk's case, like, I'm sure he was an important person to somebody. And, you know, you shouldn't, like, I don't believe in, like, casual murder just because you disagree with anyone. I feel like when you want change, it should be from the inside. It should be done responsibly. It should be done, like, you know, in a very civil, responsible way. But at the same time, the We Are Charlie Kirk memes goes hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're kind of funny.
Honestly, some of you just don't have morals. You have like temporary weapons you can use to bludgeon people you don't like when you have the chance. You and all the people who mock Charlie Kirk are all going in the pit, and you can come out when you learn how to be normal. In my opinion, a lot of focus on illegal immigration should go to the employers employing illegal immigrants for
yo, on the neck? Yeah, true. I mean, hey man, I saw a lot of people making fun of how George Floyd died. If people are allowed if people are allowed to make fun of that, then people should be allowed to make fun of Charlie Kirk's death. You know what I mean?
For scab labor. I feel like that's really important, and like we're not doing
We need
that.
to be consistent, yeah.
It's kind of interesting that the government is focused so hard on immigration right now, but like apparently hasn't made any like real actual legislative change to the laws of immigration.
That's true. That happens everywhere too. A lot of most governments do, including in PH, what they do for a lot of issues is that they don't do anything to the law. They just band-aid the solutions by forcing something that's not even in the law. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Might work for now, but they have to be working on something more substantial, right? Well, Palantir, the company named after the evil crystal ball in Lord of the Rings, right, is apparently working on a new
ominous.
tool for ICE. And what does it do? Oh, nothing really. Just creates a map of deportation targets, pulls up a dossier on them, and assigns them a confidence score. Because if they're
We have social credit. You guys have social credit now? I would probably not want to step foot in the US. Holy shit. You guys have social credit now?
There's one thing we can trust. It's a private Silicon Valley tech company's algorithm deciding who gets disappeared. Every single surveillance tool starts by simply protecting us. It's only gonna affect the baddies. But who are the baddies? Today it's illegal immigrants.
Hot women.
Tomorrow it's furries. Next week it's people who are into feet. And before you know it, it's fans of VTubers.
Oh my god! I was about to say that. We were mind melding right now. You can't say that, Shu. I don't want to do that. Don't say that. That's jinxing us. Jesus.
You know, on second thought, I don't buy into the propaganda that simply enforcing border security,
Come on.
something every developed country has, is akin to Nazi Germany. Sorry, I don't. Build a wall? Hitler. Deport illegal immigrants? Hitler. Just kick out the criminal ones?
Make Orwell fiction again,
Hitler.
true.
Like, there's no other option besides open borders that is acceptable to some people, and I don't get that. What I do get, however, is that people don't want to live under a Palantir police state, where people can't even film ICE agents without getting put on some kind of f***ing
Yeah,
list.
that's
I feel
fucked
like
up.
there has to be some kind of normal, sane option besides total free-for-all, globo-homo versus Peter Thiel, nightmare tech bro dystopia. Like, how is it not possible to just, like, be normal, be normal, be normal, be normal? But hey, it's cool the DHS
somebody probably like jacked off to that.
created a portal where you can see all the people they have been deporting. One guy was deported back to Yugoslavia.
Oh.
Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore.
How does that happen?
Motherfucking back in time.
How does
What
that
happened to
happen?
Renee Good was a tragedy. It was terrible, but hopefully nothing like this ever happens again. And another person was shot by ICE in Minneapolis.
I saw that whole thing about like that one guy that I saw that meme where that one guy who did a jewel robbery got deported into ICE, got deported by ICE, but then he was supposed to get tried, and you know he basically did a crime and got off scot-free. Damn.
According to a preliminary Department of
here?
Homeland Security report, 2 Border Patrol agents discharged their weapons, seen here in graphic cell phone video captured by eyewitnesses. 10 shots fired off in total in just seconds. Preddy pronounced dead on the scene.
To be absolutely clear, stuff is still coming out about this as I am filming.
Okay.
Literally, as I am filming, this happened. You know, there's no body cam footage yet, so I could be totally wrong. Totally possible, totally possible. However, first impressions of watching the video at multiple angles, multiple times, yeah, I think they just fucking murdered that guy. It looks like they took his gun and then shot him. Like 10 officers come over to him, wrestle him to the ground, the agent disarms
Wait a
him,
minute,
take his
so-
gun, they yell.
The guys literally just came over and fucked him in the ass, and that's it?
Gun, and then they shoot
What
him several
happened?
times in the back. More information could come out, but the compulsive bootlicking I have been seeing has been fucking insane.
Why does a nurse feel compelled to go confront ICE armed with a 9mm handgun? Only one person could have prevented this from happening, and it's Alex Preddy.
Yeah, who goes to a
What?
protest and brings a gun? Look, if the government can take a firearm from you and then kill you because you had a firearm, then nobody actually has a right to own a firearm. If that is how it works, then there's actually no such thing as the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment does not exist. I feel like some people genuinely just forget that police are just people. ICE officers are just people. They're
I really don't. Like, in the Philippines, you're allowed to own guns. You need to have a license for it, but people don't have guns that casually. I think that's the result. This whole thing, oh my god.
They're really just people who work for the government like anyone else.
That's
They're
fucked
DMV
up, dude.
employees with guns. They can be stupid. They can be bad. They can make mistakes. Like, I don't know what it is about some people. Like, once someone has a badge, it's like, that person is just a perfect angel and cannot be criticized at all. You're telling me all I have to do to get you fucking people to listen to me is to dress.
Is Shu really doing this right now? Why would she do this? Why would you do this? With the fucking gloves on. Too. She committed to the bit. Why would you do this? Fuck, and you have children? Why do you have children?
Dress like this? Alright, fair enough. Stop gooning.
Oh god.
None of this would have happened if ICE agents were being trained better instead of being rushed through the system with little to no training. And if Minnesota just worked alongside ICE to make sure they were doing this in a safe and more effective way instead of just egging on a fucking jihad against them. Also, if ICE's goal is to round up pedophiles and fraudsters, I hear there's a pretty big list of pedophiles and fraudsters that need to be rounded up. Unfortunately, we'll never fucking get to see it. I'm trying to make this video somewhat funny and entertaining, but I'm not gonna lie, this is really bleak. Is America okay? Can we please go one single day without—
Dude, America's absolutely not okay. I mean, based off of the shitposts that I see, it's kind of... Again, it's bad for me to say that the shit that's going on in there is funny. Because, like, I feel like I'm dehumanizing a lot of the stuff that happened, but at the same time, you know, it's like the world is watching you guys. It's like, it's a clown show at this point. Like, fucking, you know, we're laughing at you guys. Europeans are laughing at you. Asians are laughing at the fucking stuff happening here. Then the whole Epstein files shenanigans happened. It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? It's so funny.
A major historical event, please. And a bunch of new Epstein files just dropped.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's go through that for a second.
We're with Iran soon, aren't we? Where was I? This just says Mr. Beast tendies. What? Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is simulating a chicken's body and the cells are just multiplying. I honestly can't tell the difference. What the heck?
I will not live in a pod. I will not eat the Antichrist lab-grown chicken tendies. Oh.
You will eat your fucking meal slop, your slime of nutrients, your tasteless nutrients, and you will be happy. You will stay in a pod where you are simulated with work, with fucking, you know, headphones on, with that thing that they have in Blade Runner, and you will be happy. You will not have sex with a woman. People will be lab grown, but in order to please your sexual needs, you will be jacked off by a machine, and you will be mind waved. What's it called? Like mind melded with a porn directly into your head, and you will be happy. You will be happy. Seems like this chat is bootlickers and leftists. Oh, are there people arguing in chat? I'm not looking at this chat. I'm not looking at the chat that much. Yeah. If you guys are arguing in chat, please don't do that. 4 streams ago, there was another person and another person arguing in chat. I don't like that. We're here to laugh at this, not be political about it.
Oh, I completely forgot about this. Sorry, I'm not on my Vyvanse today, folks. I forgot to take my normal pills. It wasn't long before the race hustlers took advantage of the terrible Renee Good situation in Minneapolis.
Say Her Name is a movement started by Black women, for Black women specifically, and it's not appropriate to use in regards to Renee Good.
She deserves a hashtag and everything. It should not be Say Her Name. Say Her Name is reserved for Black women.
What?
This is not for any other race. Simple as that.
Say Her Name is specifically reserved for Black women.
Say Her Name is for Black women.
It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
Why do you think? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why. That's called white guilt, honey. That's the white guilt you're feeling. It's amazing. You could literally be killed by the state for the cause. And these fucking people will still disgrace you.
I don't know what that means.
For the curse of being born Caucasian. This is very woke 1.0. I thought it was dark woke time.
Nobody forgetting when they're good.
You know, I love dark woke humor too. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. They say some real insane shit in there. But you know what? Some of the insane shit they say is super funny. Yeah.
She has achieved the highest honor a white person can achieve.
Let's go! Wait, what?
Slayer.
She has achieved the highest honor a white person can achieve. Race traitor. And this type of psychotic rhetoric seems to be working. Because like 70% of the videos I see of people like trying to disrupt ICE has been white women. White women literally throwing themselves at armed officers like lemmings off a fucking cliff for street tacos. What the hell is going on with white women? Who will save the white race?
Is that Sneeko?
Ah yes, Hitler's strongest soldiers. A Mexican, a
I
Dominican,
recognize this face. That's Sneeko,
a black
right?
guy, and a looksmaxer. That looksmaxer is none other than Clavicular. Clavicular is a Gen Z influencer and live streamer who got his
I don't know who this person is, but he looks like a Giga Chad.
start within the niche red pill communities and has recently blown up to mainstream popularity, especially in right-wing circles.
Okay.
His main claim to fame is looksmaxing. Looksmaxing for
Oh
those
my god, I can't believe I said that! Oh my god! A looksmaxer? I called the Giga Chad. Oh my fucking god, I'm so sorry.
of you who are employed is looksmaxing is a term for aggressively maximizing one's physical attractiveness through routines like skincare, facial exercises,
It's over,
urine,
chat. It's
fitness,
over.
and sometimes extreme
You can
cosmetic
make fun of me
procedures.
now.
Originating in online incel forums, but popularized on TikTok, focusing on enhancing features like jawline and bone structure. I personally think it's interesting to see men adopting the insane beauty rituals that women have been doing for decades.
So Clavicular is basically John Looksmaxer. Gotcha.
But now that a man is doing it, it's seen as psychopathic or gay. A woman will literally spend thousands of dollars on hair, makeup, skincare, peptides, plastic surgery, fillers, Botox, red light therapy, moon water, and we just call her Stacey. But a man does it and we call him
No, I don't think so. I feel like we call them out too. Like, I feel like when there are women who, you know, fucking with fake boobs, fake tits, like, you know, all these sorts of things, who does a lot of plastic surgery, I feel like we know, like, men instinctively know that it's not natural and we call them out. Right? Like, I feel like we do that. At least, like, me and my group of friends and, like, Filipinos, we do that a lot. We do. And we hate it. That's why when men also do that, we also hate it.
Bateman. A woman
like, yeah, men should be called out for doing this too.
her entire face with makeup, normal. A man reshapes his jawline with makeup, gay. A woman.
No, I feel like we also make fun of women who put on too much makeup. We literally make fun of fucking random Asian streamers who put on too much makeup, who fucking cake their face in makeup, and we make fun of them. Like, light makeup is fine, but there's a certain extent, there's a certain level to it where we make fun of it.
Woman wears a
like, I feel like we're not being... Shu, I feel like you're not being genuine here, bro.
A bra to make her tits look bigger, empowering. A man
No, we call them a whore.
In his shoes to make himself taller, a liar. A woman gets lip filler, typical. A man smashes his face with a hammer to make his jaw swell up, okay, yeah.
Psychopathic. Yeah.
That one's a little insane. One of the look-smashing tips some young men are apparently doing is called bone smashing, where they take a hard object, usually a hammer, and smash the bones in their face to make their face temporarily swell up and allegedly give them that Chad jawline. Honestly, don't knock it till you try it. Here we go.
You look so fucking ugly, Shu. Go back into the JP... race swap to JP again.
Perfect. So that concludes this episode of the Hell World Report. If you liked it, please subscribe and consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel and I appreciate it.
Okay, this is literally what Clavicular did? Damn, what a loser. Jesus. The fact that the UK thought, oh, we made the racist person a goth baddie and then thought that people would be against racism. True. Is looks maxing a left thing? I don't know, but from what I've seen, it's more so a right thing, TBH, that I've seen. Maybe there are some left people that probably do it, but I see mostly right people that do it. Yeah. But that's what I see in the internet a lot. Damn. Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? I will not talk about politics unless it's funny. Yeah. Some of the things that she talked about here is funny. Some of them are not. Yeah. So I think we're going to ignore things that aren't funny. Just say that they're retarded. And then we laugh at the things that are funny. Yeah. Going forward. Keep it that way, please. Most people are way too political. Yeah, I'm scrolling back on like the chat and it seems like, yeah, I feel like we need to pull back a little here. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is the culture war left-right thing is manufactured by the island pedophile. I actually do believe that. I told you guys this, right? But like my rant was that the government or people that want to be in power and like the billionaires have found a way to actually like, you know, make trivial fights and divide people. That way they're too busy doing this shit. That's a rat though. Yeah. Does the press Usagi know that the purple goth character went viral? News outlets started covering it? No. I've only heard of the Amelia thing, but I never but like surface level. Like I didn't know too much about it, if that makes sense. Like I said, many people feel too strongly about a lot of things going on. Not good for dark humor right now. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. We'll still laugh at the Epstein files and shit though. But yeah, I feel like it's a topic we should probably not talk about in a bit, unless something funny happens. It's in the files, bro. The man is on 4chan and his wife is on Reddit. Oh, yeah. I saw that. I did saw that. But now I kind of want to. Oh my god. Okay, look. I'm gonna be honest. I wanna play that UK propaganda game just so I can say that I consumed it ironically. We're gonna make fun of it, of course. Or something. I don't know what's in that game, but now I low-key kind of want to play it now just for shits and giggles. Oh, it's not available? Okay, gotcha. Also, I hate the fact that all my algo is getting. I'm not even American. Yeah, that's just what's going on right now. America is the world's oyster. The world's oyster. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Kara knows Iris and Bay a bit too well.
Anyway, actually, before I continue reading Super Chats, I was gonna ask for Girls Talk tomorrow. So we're gonna go for the usual stuff like makeup that they use and skincare and stuff. That's like the basic stuff that I always go through, right?
Okay,
but
Kara.
I like to have like a little bit of an extra segment that's always different, ideally. Not sure what to do this time. What do you think? I could set up like a Q&A, like a marshmallow kind of thing. Not with marshmallow. Nobody uses marshmallow anymore.
What? Yes, they do. Do they?
You guys to send in questions if you have any. I mean, it could lead to a lot of open discussions about things if you have any good questions. Fashion, cultural stuff between Australia and Japan.
That's probably cards.
That's not really.
That's either cards or those are tickets or those are RAM.
I guess that's not really girlsy, even though that might be interesting. Fictional character crashes. Oh, interesting. Those girls do have like big crushes. I like that.
One of them is gonna say Gojo Satoru.
Oh,
no,
let me...
I'm low-key gonna think, right? Okay. I low-key think some Hololive members like Naoya from Jujutsu Kaisen. They do. Have you seen Naoya? Okay, you guys know Naoya from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's that person in the Zenin clan who's all about I hate women. That's why a lot of people don't like him. But at the same time, there are a lot of women that are horny for him. You know what I mean? It's like Republicans have that whole thing about I hate X-race. They're racists, right? But then at the same time, they go for the Filipinos and the Southeast Asians. And then there are like white women who are on the left, mostly, that go for I hate men, I hate misogynists, but then thirst over misogynists. You know what I mean? Yeah, chat, I'm telling you, this sort of hypocrisy or this sort of phenomenon exists on all sides. I don't want to hear about like, oh, this only happens to leftists, this only happens to rightists. No, both of you have these exact same problems. They just manifest in different ways, but they are the exact same problem. Let's not even pretend, okay? The reason why I think a lot of people want to deny this fact is because of people that are not Americans see it. Okay, you have to be honest with yourself here. Non-Americans see it. It's Americans that are the ones that deny it. Like, come on, dude, we see it. It's plain as day, we see it.
Hey, I kind of want to have them, I want each person, this is kind of last minute, but I want each girl to kind of, what's the word, introduce their biggest crush. Be like, this is my husbando. Maybe with like one singular PowerPoint slide, you know, like a profile.
Gotcha.
So this is Sutra. Mine's gonna be a girl. Theirs is gonna be boys.
I mean,
I can find
can't
a nice
avoid that.
template to fill in. Yeah, do you think she's gonna go for Majima? I'm excited because I mean I played the Yakuza games, some of them. So, but the one whatever Iris will bring up, I have a feeling I will not be able to relate to that one. Iris is a bit more distanced from me in terms of fandoms. You think she's gonna go for Kaoru?
These people should be allowed to simp for men. That way, we VTuber fans can have somebody to aspire to become. Yeah. When Bae and Iris are too heterosexual for Kiara. True. True. Iris will like now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I know Iris too much to say that. But you know what? In some weird fucking way, I kind of agree. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Alright, what else can we react to? Media literacy is dead. I mean, we already watched that. We haven't watched that, but we all kind of know that. You know, I don't, chat. I don't need an entire explainer or commentary video talking about how media literacy is dead. Cause it is. We're all fucking stupid. React to Crony? I see a Crony clip.
Yeah. They've just been... I don't know. I feel like I haven't really been talking much lately. So it's like... Oh my god. I'm so anxious again. Oh no.
Wife?
Oh no.
Wife?
Like, over the past few days,
What's going on, wife?
I feel like I've just been, like, getting up, record, then play a bit, and then sleep, and then just do that over. Like, feel like I haven't been talking too much.
Okay.
So, it's kind of nice to see that, you know, you guys are still around. And yeah. Are you doing good? Are you guys doing good?
Wife, what are you talking about? This is about you. What's going on here?
That's good. Nice.
We are not doing well. True.
I just remembered that I'm recording this space. I can't be vulnerable.
Crony needs a husband. I genuinely do think that. We need somebody to take care of you, dude. We need Sally to be single again.
I cannot be vulnerable. Never mind, guys. I'm good. I'm good, guys.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah. Yeah, I'm chill.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good, guys. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Okay,
yeah.
buddy.
Oh wait. Oh, that was so close. I was gonna be like vulnerable, and then I realized that this is recording. So, oh yeah, it's all good. Well, we're good. Oh man, that was so close.
Cute. She's cute. She's always fucking cute. I want more VTubers like Crony. I really do. I want like loser women. I want like loser women who are actually losers. Not like girl failure pretend losers, like actual, not performative losers, actual losers. I do. I'm sure Crony is not a loser, but like... But like at the same time, you know what I mean? When are you gonna release your Crony video? How did you know I had a Crony video? I actually do have a Crony video up in the works. Probably going to get released in April or something. Yeah, I do. But it's not just a Crony video. It's not just about the Crony. It's not just about Crony. It's about girl failures specifically. And I was supposed. Okay, I'm gonna mention this right now. Okay, you mentioned it before. Yeah, because I was supposed to make a girl failure video during the week fucking Alphin Psyop got deleted off the face of the earth. And I actually feature her heavily in that video. Because I felt like I wanted to make an example out of it, but now I have to rewrite a lot of it. I have to rewrite the script and a lot of it. I have to change it. Because with new stuff coming out about Alphin, it's like, oh god. Was she actually a girl failure? Was she... I mean, maybe she was, but like at the same time... Was she grifting? Like, you know, shit like that. There were a lot of things to reconsider, so I have to pause it, actually. Yeah. I'm probably going to have like a more in-depth discussion of it. I'm going to talk about fake girl failures and like how to spot one and X, Y, and Z. But like, goddamn. People, yeah, I hate performative losers. I really do. Performative stupid is funny. Performative losers just kind of sounds like grifting. Like, that's actually like one step below being a whore. Yeah. Pipa had a rant about fake loser women. Really? I want to see that. I want to see what Pipa thinks about fake loser. I feel like we'd probably agree. Because if there are performative males, there are performative women. Oh my god. How did I know? How did I know? Is this it? It's 11 hours ago. Is this it? The sad girl grift. I can understand why Pipa would get mad at this. Because at that because she was actually a genuine sad girl at one point. Many Phase Connect members were genuinely sad people. And I would understand why a lot of fucking people, a lot of women, who are actually not sad, pretending to be sad for money. It's basically like grifting to Pipa. You're not, it's like you're not a real sad girl. You're insulting me. Something like that. You know? Yeah. You don't even watch her stream? That is true. I don't really watch her stream anymore. Not that much, at least. But I feel like... But chat, bros, all of you have to remember. I was there before Pipa got popular. Okay? I was. I collabed with her, even. But she got popular during like... during you know, when I disappeared too. In 2022, 2023. And at that point, we kind of lost contact. We kind of like, I also took a break from Phase Connect because I felt like I was rediscovering a lot of new things. A lot of my focus were on the new Hololive girls, among many things. But yes. Yeah. Yeah. You collab with her? When? Like, back in 2022. Yeah. Pipa at that time still had like 30k subscribers. And she averaged like what? Fucking 200, 300 viewers or something? Yeah. Back then, she was actually a sad girl. Right now, probably she's not that sad anymore. But yes. She made your first sponsor reading for you, no? Yes. My first sponsor was Raid Shadow Legends. And Pipa was voicing it for me. Yeah. Let's see. It's probably this one. We'll watch this one. Performative girl failure. Yeah. Let's look at this.
I'm getting kind of like, I don't want to call it like grifter burnout. But like, my like grifter senses have been like tingling more and more, I guess, lately. Like, it feels like people, feels like there's a lot of people coming out and acting very performative more and more lately. Everything feels like Candace Owens. Does that make sense?
I don't know
you
who
guys remember when Candace
Candace Owens is.
Owens first popped up and everybody was like, okay, I can see right through this. But now everything feels like Candace Owens. And you're like, what? Like, there's a very, I don't have the words to explain it, but there's like a very clear shift. There's like a bunch of VTubers that are coming along and they're like, I don't know how to word it. They don't have like opinions of their own. They're just regurgitating like what they think that specific people want to hear.
I mean, that's what I felt for Tectone, yeah.
It's getting like extremely overt.
You don't want to know?
Especially the ones that like say slurs, but they like, I don't know how else to word this.
Oh, they don't like, okay, I know exactly what Pipa is talking about. There's a lot of VTubers right now that want to be Elfin Psyop. They want to be edgy, they want to be pick-me, they want to have that sort of content because they know it will be successful. And there are a lot of VTubers who actually did become successful because of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, there are a lot of VTubers that do that. I have noticed that too. I agree.
Other than like, obviously they don't like say slurs off stream, which should not be like a point against them or whatever, but like, I don't know how to word it other than like they obviously don't actually say slurs, but then they like go on stream and they say slurs and like try to like farm based points or whatever, and you're just sitting there like, what is this phenomenon? Performative racism, yeah, it's like, what the hell? Fake girl failures, yeah, the fake girl failures too. The fake girl failures are crazy because it's like, why do you want to be a girl fail? That's not a badge
in VTubing. That's what gets you popular, is why.
Of honor?
And you can also farm, when you're a girl failure, you can also farm your lowest points. When you're a girl failure, you can say, haha, tummy hort, I need this medicine, people will buy it for you. Oh my god, something happened. You can literally weaponize anything remotely, like, inconvenient. You can use it as an excuse to get money. Heck, some of these performative people, even like fake actual like trauma, fake getting a lot of like harassment or blah blah blah, when they actually don't really get that much money or isn't as bad as they think it is. And then, you know, they farm that for money.
I lived surrounded in mold. I have irreversible health effects for the rest of my life.
You do?
From seeping in my own filth. You don't want that. Like, you don't. You don't. And it's not something to like go online and brag about. Like,
that's new lore for me, by the way. I didn't know Pipa had a condition.
Oh, I'm so stinky. I haven't showered in so long, but also like, look at how cute I am, bro. Like, this isn't pretty to say, okay, but like the girls that LARP this aesthetic and then post pictures of their body, Like, I can tell how fake you are just based on that, because you know what happens when you actually live in your own filth and you're not showering and you're not taking care of yourself. You develop like skin conditions and shit.
Yeah.
You get acne, you get fungal infections, you get fucked up, and you end up malnourished because you're not fucking eating real food. I guess, like, some people, I guess, gain weight as well, but that's another thing. Like, none of these girls are ever, like, obese either. And it's just so weird to me. Yeah, you wouldn't have perfect skin. No.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it more and more lately, and it's like, what? Yeah, my culture is not your costume.
True.
I don't think I'm a neat girl fail anymore. But
yeah, Key is anymore. Back then, she used to be. Chat, you have to remember. Pipa was the de facto, the first person you can probably think of back then when you thought of girl failure. She was. Well, I mean, obviously there was Kiara at one point, but like actual fucking loser woman that's depressed, it was Pipa. It used to be Pipa.
like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just it feels so performative, and it's like, why would you want to be performative for this? I don't know. I think there's definitely some of them that are genuinely fucked up. Maybe I'm gatekeeping being a girl failure.
Crowley.
But the ones that are genuinely fucked up, like, their behavior manifests like differently, and I don't know how to explain it other than like, you can, like, a lot of them do like genuinely bad shit and stuff, and it's like yeah, because like they're fucked up, like they're depressed and they're living in squalor, and of course they're gonna act out and be crazy. Maybe I'm taking it too seriously. Maybe it is just kayfabe. I don't think being a girl failure in itself is bad. Speaking as somebody who's gone through it, I don't think it's bad to be at a low point in your life. What I think is bad is to be somebody who is living otherwise completely comfortably, but then goes online and LARPs as if they're a girl fail, and it's just, I don't know.
I mean,
Larry goes, thank you. Is it more reprehensible to merely pretend to be racist for money than it is to actually be racist? Was Norm right about hypocrisy all along?
Huh. Hold on.
I think it's worse to pretend to be racist, because if you're pretending to be racist, that means you know that there is something wrong.
Yeah, there's a difference between VTuber LARPing and LARPing to be something to gain attention. When you're LARPing as a VTuber, you're LARPing to have a character, like an anime character, or like what's the term I'm looking for here? A bigger than thou, or bigger. What's the term I'm looking for here? Larger. Okay, larger than life. To be larger than life. But when you're pretend racism, you're pretend actually, like, chat. I'm not actually racist. I joke about being racist. Sorry, I like racist jokes, but you never heard me say the N-word. Never. I just like the jokes. That doesn't mean it's performative, but at the same time, there are a lot of VTubers that actually do that. Yeah.
Racist. Otherwise, you would just be racist, right? Like, you don't hold those views for a reason. So going online and pretending you are for money, like, yeah, that is worse in my opinion.
Gotcha.
You're consciously making a decision that is against your beliefs. I'll never understand the classic variant Silver Spoon Politico's performance poor maxing and the widening array of pity postures is alarming to me. Yeah, the recent trend too of like these giga rich content creators that go online and they're like, I'm poor.
She's talking about Mr. Beast.
You live in a mansion in LA. What do you mean you're poor? Shut up. No, you're not. Mr. Beast. What the fuck do you mean you're poor? Hello? LPTQ's thank you. I feel the same when I see people in USA want to become socialists or communists, bunch of rich kid pretending to be poor.
Hassan Piker? Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't know. I'm not gonna get into the politics of that, but just at a simpler level, like these people going online and you live in fucking mansions. You live in fucking mansions. There's that one streamer. I'm not gonna say her name, but there's that one streamer.
Oh.
She's wearing a Gucci hair clip and complaining about being poor. It's gotta be rage bait. We gotta kill the rich.
Actually, you know what? Sometimes I don't think that's rage bait. There is a trend in a lot of people. Yes, they do have Gucci bags. They do have Gucci hair clips. They do have like these fucking expensive brands, and they're actually poor. Guess why they're fucking poor? It's because they use their fucking money to buy social signalers of being rich, just so they can grift themselves to actually being rich. So that's a phenomenon that I've noticed. So maybe some people who do that are like actually grifting and they're just pretend being poor, but maybe sometimes they aren't. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, obviously, Pokimane and Mr. Beast and among many other people are fake rich. Pokimane. No, I'm not talking about Pokimane. I'm talking about I'm talking about like women in general, like in the internet. Like people, there are people who do that. Yeah. Same for many supercar and hypercar influencers. Yeah, these people are actually fucking poor, right? And they like to pretend that they're not. But at the same time, it's like a double what's the term there? A double LARP. They're poor people pretending to be rich people to pretending to be poor people. It's fucking weird. So that does happen. I agree. That does happen. Okay. I think I've been going off for 4 hours now. Jesus Christ. I think that's going to be it then, chat. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I think that's it. That's going to be it for now. So, before I leave, I want to thank you guys for coming into the stream. Thank you all for the super chats. I'll make sure to like. Okay, actually, you know what? Before we guys slow, in regards specifically to politics, okay, I felt like, I'm gonna be honest, I felt like there were multiple times in this stream where I was kind of uncomfortable because some people were arguing in chat, and you know what? I don't blame you. I don't blame you that guys on you. I blame that's on me because I was consuming like political stuff. Like for example, when we reacted to the shoe on head video, I thought shoe on head was just going to make fun of the stuff going on in America. Some extent she was. But I didn't know it was going to cause like a lot of divide in the chat. I didn't know there were going to be arguments. So in the future, we're going to try and avoid content that are like that unless I know that it's funny. Okay? I'm not saying that I'm going to fucking, pre-watch shit. But at the same time, I'm going to be like very careful about the content that I react to and going to like do that shit. You brought that upon yourself. No, I do. I acknowledge that. Yeah, that's why I'm admitting this right now. So I don't want to do that, right? Because I don't want to get myself into trouble for things I don't know anything about. Being confused, being thrown shit when you're just a confused little boy is not something I want to do. So, yeah, I want to be careful on that going forward unless I want to make fun of it. Yes, unless I want to make fun of it. If the intention is there to make fun of it, I will react to it, including politics. I'm sorry to say. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to get that across. Don't expect me to have to talk about stuff like that anytime soon. I'll probably even post a clip about this actually. I feel like this is important to say too. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming into the stream, and apologize for everything. Sorry, not for everything, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm going to raid somebody now. Who do I want to raid? If you guys want a palate cleanser, I felt like we went through a lot of bullshit. I'm going to raid you guys over to Nana Asteria. Nana Asteria is currently singing right now. She's a goated streamer. She would be like, she's one of those like Suisei steppers that I would like to think is going to just need a few lucky moments to break into them. Alright, chat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Raiding Nana Asteria now. Bye-bye.